friends are dead. Get kicked in the head. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. They got smacked in the head. All my friends are dead. I always knew that they would end up like today. They bought the bullet and they paid with hand grenades. Hey! 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 All my dreams were lies. All my dreams were lies. Like this in the skies. All my dreams were lies. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. They got clanged out of bed. Now they're buried in the dead. I always knew that they would end up like today. They bought the bullet and they played with hand grenades. Hey! 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 Fucking lie! I always knew that they would end up like today. They bought the bullet and they played with hand grenades. Now they're buried in the dead. Now they're buried in the dead. Now they're buried in the dead. Where are your friends? Where are your friends? Where are your friends, man? What? Where are my friends? All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. Got kicked in the head. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. They got smacked in the head. All my friends are dead. I always knew that they would end up like today. They bought the bullet and they played with hand grenades. Hey! 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 All my dreams were lies. All my dreams were lies. Like this in the skies. All my dreams were lies. All my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. They got clanged out of bed. Now they're buried in the dead. I always knew that they would end up like today. They bought the bullet and they played with hand grenades. Hey! 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 Fucking lie! I always knew that they would end up like today. They bought the bullet and they played with hand grenades. Now they're buried in the dead. Now they're buried in the dead. Now they're buried in the dead.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. How are you all doing tonight? I myself doing pretty alright actually. Last time We had that like whole little thing with Vitaly Noah, didn't we? We had that little thing, didn't we? I was pretty annoyed by that, to be honest with you, but now it's just kind of like, yeah, it's just kind of funny, isn't it? Like, oh no, I can't get into this call with this guy. I'm so busy. So busy. But anyway, guys, how is everyone doing? How are you all doing? Like, yeah, I'm still a little bit annoyed, but also I do think it's kind of funny that something that could easily be explained in a call had to be oh, well, no, I'm not going to come into a call with you. I'm going to send you a 5-hour VOD of me talking about exactly that, but it doesn't even fucking explain shit, basically. It just basically goes over Rev Says Desu's video on ProZD. Like, and yeah, like which was different from what Celestia was saying and all that stuff. Like, it's pretty fucking interesting. Also, I would like, this is the thing, yeah, is like I found it extremely like, well, not even extremely. I found it kind of like it soured my perception of Noah. You know, this whole thing just soured my perception. It's just like, wow, yeah. So you're literally gonna sit there and say that I'm spreading a narrative about you because I disagreed with a point you made about, or like a point that you have made before? Yeah, it's very interesting. Also very interesting, as soon as I got out of work today, right? I got out of work tonight at like 9 o'clock at night, right? Got out of work at that time, saw that Noah was live. And I was like, oh, what's he up to? What's he doing? It turns out, yeah, that Noah had a conversation with Naira VT. Now, if you are, like, if you don't know who Naira is, right? Naira is the person who said on Twitter that if kids cannot consent to HRT, hormonal replacement treatment, right? Then they should not be allowed to fucking consent to puberty. Yeah, that was that person. Basically, like, making some fucking nonce logic tweets, right? Well, Ottilie Noah had a conversation with Naira earlier this evening, so it's just like, it's very interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting. It kind of says a lot about me, doesn't it? Yeah, it says a lot about me. Like, you know, like, it does. Yeah, how bad does that look, right? How bad does that fucking look? That no, I'm not gonna get into a call with the British runner. Naira VT though? Fuck yeah. Like this is the fucking thing, yeah, is when I DM'd Noah about this, right? I DM'd Noah ages ago, warning him about what Naira was saying on Twitter, right? Warning him about what Naira was saying and why Templars fans and other right-wingers were like calling Naira a pedo, right? And he was like, whoa, okay, thanks for the heads up, you know? So, you know, he knows what Naira has said in the past, but he just simply doesn't give a shit. You know, I don't know why. I don't know why you would want to associate with this person, but okay. But it kind of says a lot about me, doesn't it? It's like, oh yeah, perfectly fine person to talk to about something that you are very well knowledgeable about, but no, I'm not going to get onto his own stream. Like, what that kind of, like, looks like to me, though, looking back on it, right? Looking back on that, what that kind of looks like to me is that Noah doesn't want to get into someone else's live stream to have a conversation. Or at least he doesn't want to get into a conversation with someone that has been critical of him in the past. It's kind of like what Furry Cause was saying in the Discord, was that like maybe he was like he didn't want to get into like a confrontation or something like that, right? Which is understandable, you know, like that was the nature of what was happening when we were in a call together on a live stream before, right? It was a confrontation about the whole plagiarism stuff. But like, I would have thought that utterly Noah, yeah, someone that knows me, like, not really well, but like knows of me in the past, would be able to see that I'm not all about that. I'm not into blood sports. I'm not going to rip him apart like how he did to Kino Flex in his live stream. I'm not going to do that to him. But like, yeah. But like, I feel like it is this, right? I feel like it is this. He wanted to he wanted me to go into his community, right? Go into his Discord and voice my issues in the general chat, right? And I think the reason for that is that Noah didn't want to come and have a conversation with me on my terms. No, no, no. He wanted to have the conversation be on his general chat because I would have to fight through all of his little fucking cronies and all that shit in the general chat in order to have this conversation. You know, it's almost like, you know, he doesn't want to have the conversation over the live because of what like because of the perception of the audience or something like that, right? That he wants to have the conversation with the support of a peanut gallery or something like that. Maybe I'm thinking too deep on it. I don't know. But like, you know, that to me makes sense because he's done this shit to me before where I've been asked to join a VC and it's full of his own like chatters and all that stuff. And I had to, it was like a fucking coliseum. Like, Noah just like overlooking a coliseum, and I'm sitting here having to fight all of his little fucking shitter chatters and all that stuff, right? Pretty much. The reason I'm bringing this up though isn't just to, well, it's not to get at Noah, right? Because I could give two shits, right? I could give two shits about it. I'm not going to be like the game Intruge and go like, oh, fuck this Noah guy, and I'm going to fucking A-log the shit out of him now. You know, like, I'm not going to do that, no. But, like, the reason I bring that up is because prior to that, yeah, I actually, I had an encounter with one of his co-hosts. That being Simon Robineau, I think that's what his name is. And I've also seen that Mrow has also had an encounter with him on Twitter as well. So we're going to get into that real quickly. We're going to get into that pretty quickly. Like, give me 2 seconds. Okay, so it's going to be like that, is it? It's going to be like that. So I've seen that he's had a bit of a back and forth with Mrow, right? He's had a little, not really a back and forth, but just like a what do you call it? Like, basically, Simon Robineau had seen that Mrow had posted out Callisto's video, which Mrow, by his own words, hadn't actually seen Callisto's video, right? He just basically signal boosted it just to fuck with Noah or some shit like that, right? Just to piss him off, right? So he's like, fuck you, utterly Noah. Which, yeah, Mrow is very much like that. He is a pretty petty guy, sort of thing. But Simon quote tweets this and says, "Hey Mrow, hope you're out here promoting a video. Like, hope you know you're out here promoting a video of a guy pushing lies about a voice actor that was propagated out of spite by a certain lolly twink VTuber. Also, the video was fucking dog shit, on top of being an incoherent mess. I wouldn't really call it an incoherent mess. It seemed to make sense to a certain degree. Like, you know, just judging from like, you know, like from like a narrative standpoint, it did make sense, right? Some of the critiques did make sense and all that stuff. And we had this conversation with Callisto before, where I went over my issues with Critical Drinker, and I even you know, argued in favor of Noah in that conversation. So yeah. But yeah, like I wouldn't really call Callisto's video to be a incoherent mess. I think that's pretty exaggerate. I think you're just exaggerating there, buddy. But like, why is like Rev says Desu even fucking relevant when talking about Callisto's video? Like, I just don't really understand why you would need to bring that up, right? If you want to say the video's dog shit, say the video's dog shit, right? But I just don't really see the point in bringing Rev says Desu up unless you're trying to say that Callisto's defending or like defending someone that likes lolly or some shit like that, right? So Simon says, I get that you have an axe to grind with the guy, but at least try promoting people who aren't blubbering retards and dishonest asshats. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Simon. Doesn't Noah have like a really big issue? Doesn't he have like a really big issue with people using the dreaded R slur? Does he not have like a really big issue with that? Like, where is the where Noah? Where are you coming out disavowing your friend? Where is this? Oh, here he is. Holy fuck. I didn't even see this, laugh my ass off. Thanks, Simon. Callisto, aka Kino 2, really shot himself in the foot with propagating easily exposable lies about ProZD, plus outing himself on the Sweet Baby Ink stuff. So, you don't like people using the dreaded R slur. You kicked out one of your chatters from your Discord because they said no one's gonna miss you when you're dead or some shit like that, right? Calling that a death threat as well, which is kind of fucking weak in my opinion. Like, I've heard worse, and I literally, I say this all the time, but I have heard worse on Call of Duty matches, okay? 10 times as worse, okay? But like, surely if you don't like the usage of the word retard, right? Surely that would be a standard you would be like disavowing on everybody, right? Not just the people that you don't like. It's as simple as that can be. Like, if Noah, like, if Mrow got into a call with him, right now, and said, "You're a fucking retard, Noah," Noah would immediately take offense to that. But when it's about people he doesn't like, well, suddenly it's fucking okay. It's just very inconsistent. Morale says, you accuse me of being a pedophile. You accuse Shamu of doxing you. You plagiarized 5+ people and lied about it. Yeah, see, I'm not, like, the whole Royal Kitten House video, right, is a bit of a stretch in my opinion, right? Because you would only be able to come down to the conclusion that it's plagiarism, right? With the Royal Kitten House stuff, where it's just like he has the same arguments, right? As this other YouTuber called SK and some other people. But you would only be able to come down to the conclusion that it's plagiarism if you didn't bother to watch both videos. If you didn't go to watch SK's video and Vitaly Noah's video. The two videos are very different. Like, Vitaly Noah goes into great in-depth, like, when he's talking about these things and when he's arguing these things, sure enough, it's the same argument as SK did in his video, right? But SK's video is more of like a summarized version of the argument. He goes over everything on like a surface level analysis, while Noah actually does more like a deep dive, right? He actually goes into things like deeper than SK does. And on top of that, he actually presents things that SK never presented in his video. So the second Royal Kitten House video is a bit of a stretch. Like, I agree with Anthony on that one. It is a bit of a stretch. You are a literal scum, and in an unjust world would be ran off the platform. Retard. Maybe stop giving people with autism a bad look. by being a wretched freak. Okay, Mrow. I wouldn't go that far. Simon says he literally took accountability for the plagiarism stuff and retracted the whole pedo statement live one stream with you. Nicandros and Shamu have already moved on from this drama, and the only one who seems ass raped about this is you, Dickers, and British Runner. It's just like, dude, you're completely talking out your own fucking ass with this one, aren't you, Simon? You are talking out of your ass, and sorry, buddy, but you can't afford to, like, you can't afford this shit, yeah. Like, the things that the thing I've been able to find out about you, Simon, is kind of fucking cringe, in my opinion. It's very cringe. And that's coming from, like, a cringe YouTuber himself, right? I'm gonna be honest, the whole back and forth thing is so annoying. Yeah, it is. Just get into a fucking call, have a civil discussion about it, and find some sort of resolution to these issues, right? Because I just find how, like, you know, the Birdman sphere, right? As I'm calling it, you know, people like Vitaly Noah and SK and all these other people, yeah. Like, I get it, like, you know, Kinoflex is their lolcow, right? He is their lolcow. But the way they go about doing things, right, is a bit fucking weird, because you know they would have an issue if it was some right-winger that was doing this, all of this stuff. Like, say, for instance, I would have thought Noah would have called out Birdman and said, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have shown his Twitter where it shows his real location, his real face, and his real name. Like, you would have thought, yeah, like, that would be kind of like a line to cross there, but apparently not, according to the Birdman. Apparently that's perfectly fine, just so long as it's public. Which I would have questions to ask about that logic. You know, I would have very good questions about that logic. Like, say, for instance, if this guy's address was online, it was public, would it be okay for me to put it in a video and to use that as a, you know, to use that as some sort of logic of a defense? Well, it was public, so I guess it's okay. It's just like, no, it just makes you look like a massive douchebag. Oh yeah, Birdman did that, and it got like, I think it got like, from where I saw it, I think it was like 27,000 views on that short. And I think it was later on he put it in an actual video. Over a guy with only 2,000 subscribers. Like, dude, that's how you know, yeah, that fucking Kinoflex got to Birdman. He struck a chord with him, and I can understand why. There is a disingenuous argument that Kinoflex does make in one of his videos about Birdman. Very disingenuous, I do believe so. I would have no problem telling that to Kinoflex's face, right? But, like, at the same time, if, like I would have thought, yeah, that would be a line that you wouldn't really want to cross at that point, is to post someone's personal, like, Twitter account, rather than just their, like, one that they associate with their YouTube channel or something like that, right? I would have thought, yeah, that would be a kind of a line to cross for these people, but apparently not, which is really fucking strange. So Kinoflex does have my sympathy, and the only person that has themselves to blame for that one would be Birdman, because he's the one who made the fucking dick move in his video. Simple as that can be. So you can't really get mad at me if I have a bit of sympathy towards Kinoflex at that point. You know? But yeah, like, this whole thing about, like, Mrow, Dickers, and myself are, like, ass raped about Noah or some shit like that. I'm sorry, buddy, but you don't know what the fuck you're on about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about at this point. In fact, yeah, the reason I was in that live stream, yeah, was because I actually wanted to talk about the doxing stuff, yeah, with Noah, but he wanted to go on to a live stream. You know, like, I would have been happy to have a private call and leave it at that, but like, no. But like the whole taking account, like he literally took accountability for the plagiarism stuff and retracted the whole pedo statement, which I find that very interesting, right? Looking back on it, I find it very interesting that after just simply talking to Mrow, right, which Mrow didn't even make any sort of like arguments towards Noah to try and convince him, hey, I'm not really a pedo, I'm not really a pedo. He didn't do any of that yet, so like for him to kind of retract the whole pedo statement, right, was out of like, I think it was just public pressure, right? You know, like say for like, because like you had me, you had Dickers, you had I think it was Nicandros as well, like all coming at him and saying like, why have you said this about Mrow? Why have you said this about Mrow? Do you actually believe it? If so, I would love to see the proof and all that stuff. He was put on the spot, yeah, and I think that's the reason why he retracted that whole thing. Not because he believed it was wrong to do so, or because what do you call it? Or because like he saw something that disproved, like changed his mind or something like that, right? I think it was just out of public pressure, really, personally. With the plagiarism stuff, I can understand that Noah might be, well, probably is sorry for the plagiarism stuff with Shamu, right? With Shamu. The other stuff is a bit more muddy, sort of thing. It's a bit more muddy waters in the other examples. Yeah. Those things I would just say you would like cite a source and all that stuff. That's all I would say for that. With the Shamu video, you should really have just got the footage yourself, really, at that point. Like, because, like, this is the thing. The reason why I felt so strongly about that, like, that case is because that shit had happened to me before. And I told Nicandros about this, yeah, that shit happened to me before with another fucking small shitter channel with, like, I think about, like, 2, maybe 3,000 subscribers at that point, where they took, like, over 2 hours of one of my videos and used it for their background footage as they were explaining the fucking Diablo history to their viewers. It just like boggles the fucking mind why some people would think that would be okay, right? It just boggles the fucking mind. Like, but according to Mrow, right? Like like as he says here, please show me where he took accountability. Was it the video he made where he tried to frame the situation as a citing issue and not a stealing issue? Was it when he said he couldn't name the countless channels he had taken writing editing from? I must have missed something, right? Which I do think there is some sort of, there is merit to what Mrow is saying here. Is like, personally, I like, you know, I don't really care anymore, but like, the whole accountability thing, I do think I remember Noah specifically saying it was about a citing issue, not a, like, you know, downloading someone else's video and using it as a backdrop for yours, right? Giving and not giving the source, not citing the source either, right? Like, I do believe that was a part of this video and all that stuff. I mean, maybe we'll watch it, maybe we won't, I don't know. But, you know, this isn't really about Noah. It's more about Simon, to be honest with you. Because this guy is a fucking moron, to be honest with you. Just goes with his feelings, right? It just goes, it's literally the leftist playbook. Go with your feelings. Well, you've seen Kronos and I type words in the Discord? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, that's another thing. You brought up how he didn't like people using the word retard unless it is people he hates. I was using it on people that me and Noah hate, and he still got upset. Really? Because, like, here, he's not fucking upset at all. Like, you would have thought, yeah, that Noah would be, like, you know, publicly shaming Simon for using the dreaded R slur, right? You would have thought so. But no, he doesn't do any of that. It's just like, if you have that standard for other people, right? If you have that standard for the people that you dislike, surely you would have that standard even more strongly for the people that you do like, because you would want them to be better in your mind, surely. Like, you heavily disagree with this, like, usage of this word. You would, like, try to push your friends to not use that word. It's as simple as that can be, to get rid of it out of their vocabulary and all that stuff. But yeah, like, I think I vaguely remember something about a citing issue, and I don't think that Noah did bring up the whole, like, taking a huge amount of thingy. But fuck it, you know what, actually, let's watch it, just in case I'm getting something wrong here.
Hi everyone, this is Utterly Noah. If you have kept up with the ongoings of the channel recently, you're probably aware I was recently
like, fuck me, I just clicked on this and boom, my ears just popped. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
accused of plagiarizing in 3 separate videos. These videos were my video called Debunking Gesture Plagiarism. Hi everyone, this is Utterly Noah. If you have kept up with the ongoings of the channel recently, you're probably aware I was recently accused of plagiarizing in 3.
Oh, that's my bad. I don't have my avatar up. That's my bad. There we go. Got my avatar up now, guys. Why is it not working? There it is. It's working now. Cool.
Separate videos. These videos were my video called Debunking Gesture Plagiarism in 3 separate videos. Channel recently, you're probably aware I was recently accused of plagiarizing in 3 separate videos. These videos were my
accused is being the key point here. Accused.
My video called Debunking Jester Bell's Abysmal Anti-Woke Take on 2025 Movies, my video called Anti-Woke Religious Gamers Are Unintentionally Hilarious, and my video called Disney and OpenAI, The Unholy Marriage. These videos did not have their sources cited correctly, and the sources were as...
Okay, so he does make the point that it wasn't actually a plagiarism issue, it was just, oh, I didn't cite my sources.
Follows here. Vincent Parvel's video for the Jester Bell video talking about her takes on 2025 movies, Shamu's Tectone video featured...
But to be fair to Noah, I did have the conversation with Noah where I did say, yeah, that maybe in the future you should cite your sources. You should, you know, like, if you are taking a little bit more than what is necessary, sort of thing, then it should be in like a pinned comment or something like that, right? So when a chatter or a commenter goes directly to, the comment section, that is going to be the first thing that they see. Or, as Nicandros pointed out in the live stream, a visual aid, where it will just basically pop up like a Watch Mojo video, where it would just basically be like, you know, what do you call it? Name of the video and the creator that created it.
The Anti-Woke Religious Gamers video and his clip edits of Tectone, and Neryl, whose footage of aliens and True Lies on 4K were used in my Disney and OpenAI video. I absolutely made a mistake, and I want to apologize, and I will cite every single video source properly in my videos going forward. Plagiarism is no small thing, whether it's done...
I mean, like, you could also, like, just find the clips yourself, right? You know, I don't think it would be that difficult to find these clips yourself if you are doing the research yourself, right?
Intentionally or even unintentionally, and it is something I do take very seriously.
Like, so when I make my, like, hit pieces or history videos, whatever, I am primarily just doing the research myself, right? So I know where these clips are going to be. If you don't do the research yourself and watch somebody else's video, then you're going to be hard-pressed to know where those clips are located and all that stuff, right?
I want to take very specific measures to ensure something like this cannot possibly happen again in the future. I think there are a lot of changes that need to take place for how I make the Hunting Brickley Bears videos going forward, so that this is something that can assuredly never happen again, and every single source in my videos is consistently cited properly. First off, it is very clear to me at this point I cannot be pressuring myself to put out a big video every week. It is clearly taking a toll on how accurately I can make media criticism videos in general, and ultimately is affecting my work work-life balance even more. So going forward, first and foremost, I am not going to pressure myself to put out a new video weekly. I want my content, regardless of what the subject is, to be the best quality it can be, and that involves taking the proper time and care to make sure everything included in the video is truly cited and accounted for. Not driving myself to put out a video weekly, I think, is going to help a lot with making sure I'm giving myself the time to ensure everything is properly stated and cited in every single video I make, and also give myself the proper self-care as well that I need. If a video just so happens to come out in a week's time, that's great, but I'm not going to pressure myself to consistently put out a video every week. Secondly, while I haven't been using this method of video making for a while, I'm going to be returning to script-based videos instead of outline-based ones. When I started doing the hunting grizzly bears videos, I switched from a script-based format to an outline-based one, which in hindsight I think was a mistake. I want to go back to script-based videos so it is easier for me to visually compare wording and structure to other works out there. I truly think this is the best way I can ensure anything I say in a video doesn't sound too similar to something else that someone else might have already said. Once a script is completed for its first draft, I will also be running it through various plagiarism detection software that people have suggested I look at. The one that
Yeah, see, this is the thing that I disagree with quite a bit. It's just like, if you're writing these videos yourself, right, like completely from scratch, then why the fuck would you need a plagiarism checker? That just simply doesn't make any sense, right? Why would you need to have a plagiarism checker if you are writing your videos from scratch? I just don't understand why you would need a software or a tool like that present if you know that you have wrote this all yourself, right?
personally chosen to go with based on what I was suggested is PaperZowl, which is a free online text-based plagiarism detector. I'm hoping by using this website with my scripts going forward, nothing I...
This Papers Owl, I have tested this, and it doesn't really seem that really well, like, I think it goes off of, like, what articles there are online. It doesn't go through YouTube videos, right? Because I was hard-pressed to find if, like, I typed in a few generic fucking sentences and all that stuff, and I was hard-pressed to find any YouTube videos, so...
say in any of my videos will even unintentionally be plagiarism, and if there is anything I need to cite in a video, this will tell me. Once a video is in its final draft form, as in everything has been scripted, recorded, and properly edited together, I'm gonna have at least one other person, someone who I trust to be academically knowledgeable, and someone who I know won't be biased towards me as a person, review my video, and let me know if there's anything they think I should be changing or citing in the video itself. Someone who I very much trust to do this, who has actually offered to proofread my next video about autism, is none other than Anthony Gramuglia, who likely many of you know if you watch the channel. Anthony is someone I respect a lot in the content creator space, and also someone I do trust to be fair in a proofreading of a video and also unbiased towards me as a person, since he is a real critic. I also want to point out that during a live stream that I made the mistake of creating in hopes for a civil discussion on the plagiarism allegations, I jumped to conclusions on many things in that stream instead of slowing down and really thinking of what I was saying in that moment.
Okay, this is where I disagree. I don't think Noah's intentions with the live stream was to have a civil discussion, because originally he wanted to go into it, yeah, to mock Nicandros and Shamu, which was a very, very bad decision, which only just riled up the community against him, right? That is a very bad decision to make, right? Like, originally he was, like, saying that Nicandros and Shamu were actually just right-winging YouTubers. And because he has a very left-wing progressive audience, right? Then that would, like, stir up some, like, whether or not it was, like, intentional and all that stuff, it could have just been his opinion at the time. But by saying that, it's obviously, you know, like, oh, these are just right-wingers, hand wave away, you know, like, that's what the audience's reaction is going to be. They're going to think that you're very disingenuous in what you're saying because you're a right-winger and all that stuff, right? It's very much a poisoning of the well. Even if it wasn't even his intention, it did do that.
I'm not proud in the least of how that livestream went, and it was very clearly a big mistake on my part. That's something I also want to take responsibility on and improve from, since it's very clear throughout the entirety of that livestream that I was not in the right mental headspace to be discussing that whatsoever. All that being said, there is some misinformation separate from legitimate claims of plagiarism that do require some addressing. This doesn't in any way dismiss the actual legitimate claims of plagiarism, but currently is existing separate from all that. These examples of false claims that were brought up were A, claiming I should cite Kiwi Farms for a clip of tactical.
Okay, so the whole Kiwi Farms thing wasn't an actual suggestion that you should cite Kiwi Farms. It was about, like Mrow's whole argument there was to set up the standard of what he would consider to be, I believe it was about plagiarism, right? Or like what he would need, or like, no, it was to set up the standard of what Noah would think he would have to cite a source on, right? That's what it was. Obviously, like, using the example of Kiwi Farms was a poor example, right? But that's what that whole thing was.
Templar in my video unraveling Noxaku's lies about world history, which already makes no sense on its own since Kiwi Farms is an aggregate site similar to Wikipedia. And the clip is of Tactical Templar, so I guess if anything you could say citing Tactical Templar for using his clip there would be the correct move, although I did say this is a clip from Tactical Templar when showing it in that video. Well, also, fun fact, I ended up learning about this while making this video, but Noxaku actually rated Tactical Templar, of all people, on Kick just the other day. He's definitely a very funny person, and especially when he goons to lolly VTubers on Twitch without really trying to hide it at all from his audience like he did in this clip here.
Bro.
Shud Logic also commented on this on his stream, noting how ridiculous of a claim this was. Do I need to credit a clip of Templar gooning to a lolly girl?
You said you got it from Kiwi Farms. The question I'm trying to ask is, did you ultimately credit Kiwi Farms or no?
If it's just a clip of someone's content, I mean, it's a clip of someone's content. I mean, it's not Kiwi Farms content, really. You could say you found it there, but the content belongs to Templar.
And B, the other mention was claiming that I needed to cite a creator named Nick Andros for showing screenshots and a clip of Noxaku that he gathered, which in fact I did in that video. His watermark appears right on the screen when I'm talking about Noxaku's controversies. Shud Logic also called this out on his stream for making no sense as a claim of plagiarism as well.
My problem with this is that you're not like the viewers, like, do they know who's being, like, where you're getting this information from?
They do, because again, look over. It shows right here.
Wait. No. We're not doing that.
Wait. Nick Andros News Network? Wait a second. Does it not say it there? And what am I missing? I need to see for myself how soon after this.
Video he did. Which, funny enough, this is also a lie, and also very provably so. In fact, Nux has deliberately used other art from Shadman on his videos, such as this collaboration between Shadman and Belle Delphine.
Keemstar.
Bro. Nah, fuck off. This is absolutely ridiculous, bro. It's there within seconds.
Well, if you want to use something from, let's say, a Twitter thread, you can.
Bro, dude, he's got fucking railroaded here, because Dickers... Dickers, that is actually despicable conduct. Dickers, that is actually grotesque.
To be honest
conduct.
with you, like, I kind of disagree with Chud Logic on this one. I do disagree with him. I feel like, and I did apologize to Noah for this, like, afterwards. I did feel like after, like, you know, the call and all that stuff, I feel like I should have stepped up. I should have mediated the conversation. I just simply didn't. And, you know, it's basically, it is what it was. And I feel like at that point I did kind of fail Noah in that live stream, right? Like, I should have mediated the conversation, but I just simply did not have a voice. And that's on me. It's as simple as that can be. So I don't really think blaming Dickers is really the whole thing.
Dickers there, right? Where he's about to defend himself correctly, and Dickers goes, no, we're not doing this, Yeah, you're banged to rights. You're banged to rights and you're wrong. And so you've got to fucking railroad this guy now. That is snaky as fuck, dude.
Obviously, as you can see here, not everyone involved in this was actually wanting to press for legitimate cases of plagiarism, and some were just there to simply seemingly make things up for drama in the midst of actual examples of improper citations. There also was a doxing attempt that happened towards me around this time, which was a disappointing response as well. In the future, I hope we can see more people choosing the...
Like, we explained the shit to you, Noah, in the fucking live stream. You don't really want to I even told this to him before. Do not say this shit because it basically just brings attention to it. You want to fucking keep as much attention away from that shit as possible. Like, you probably shouldn't have fucking brought that up to begin with. Like, just, like, dude. Like, why even bring that up? Like, honestly. Like, I would have thought, yeah, that your viewers from the live stream would recall that did happen, but at the same time, it's like, what they believe to be your address. You don't really want to fucking confirm this shit. The same thing happened with fucking Templar, where he was like, oh yeah, they got my name wrong. Ha 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 ha. You know what that does is, yeah, they go, oh, we got his name wrong. He just confirmed it. Okay, let's go try and find his real name then. That's what happens. You don't want to confirm these things or anything like that.
Push creators up and giving them constructive advice on how to move forward and better themselves in the future, rather than resorting to behaviors such as that, or insulting them, or even just the opposite end of that, acting like nothing happened at all. Because the reality is, something did happen here. There were 3 examples of works not being properly cited in my videos, and those are mistakes I want to make sure can never happen again. I am hoping adopting this method of video making going forward will help not only everything get properly cited, but also just ensure I can create better content for everyone in the future, myself included. Plagiarism was a major mistake that I made in 3 of the videos that I mentioned prior, and I want to take accountability for that, while
Isn't not citing sources literally plagiarism? Or am I tripping? Yeah, I guess that could be a good example of plagiarism. Like, you just basically take someone else's work, you pass it off as your own, you don't cite the source, which is passing off as your own. So that would be plagiarism. Yeah, sure, that would be. Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like changed my mind on something actually. Like, so the whole issue with the citing of the source sort of thing, I think, yeah, like citing of your sources, right, would be a good idea. But at the same time, I don't think you should be taking like a massive amount of somebody else's video essay on the same topic as you're talking about, right? Like, I don't think you should be doing that shit at all. Like I do see that as being like pretty. Want to be kind to Noah at this point, but like I do think that's pretty fucked, to be honest with you. For you to do as a content creator is to just basically take a massive portion of someone else's video, and even if you are citing the source, I think that's pretty fucking wild for you to do that shit.
also using it as a way to improve what I do in general. I want to be able to hold myself to the highest quality standard possible with my content going forward. And
to be fair to Noah, I haven't heard of any more of the plagiarism stuff, you know. I haven't heard any more of that, so it seems like he has actually learned from it, you know. He has actually learned from it. So, but, you know, as I said before, the stream is not really about Noah. I just wanted to kind of go through his video to see if Mrow's whole thing had a bit of merit to it, sort of thing. Which, you know, like, citing the citing issue and not stealing issue, and it's like, both can be correct at the same time, I think. Both can be correct at the same time. So, yeah. Was it when he said he couldn't name the countless channels he had taken writing from? I must have missed something. But it's like, I think he did, like, we just watched it. He did actually name the videos and the channels, like, that he had taken stuff from. So, like, there's that. So it's like, wait, is this the video where he doesn't take accountability? The same one where he tries to claim it's a citing issue? Sorry, I must be missing something. Wanna try again? Or is this the best that Noah and his retarded friends can offer? You must have missed the part where he clearly said that he's gonna be changing his approach at making content. Now, I know why most people in the commentary community think think you're a joke, Mrow. You are genuinely an attention-starved drama whore. I mean, it's kind of true, I'm not gonna lie. This doesn't change anything I said. You're claiming he took accountability for plagiarism. He didn't. He tried to make it seem like the issue wasn't plagiarism. But hey, I'm going live right now if you want to call in, but I'm going to guess, like last time, you're too much of a pussy. What's this reply? Oh, Vincent Martin's back. Great. Why should people call when you want them to? When you want to them. Last time you pulled the shit on me, I told you to wait. Lie about it if you want. You normally do, but you're an impatient man-child. Wild claims about others being pedo while trying to ask 17-year-olds to see the... Wow, fucking hell. I also find it funny that I was going to bed when he asked me to come on his stream, and after what I've seen about the dude, why the fuck would I ever want to go on a stream with him? So he can guilt trip his chat to send him donos, so he can order a pizza. I've seen him do it before. And Simon replies, e-begging be real for these bottom-of-the-barrel drama slop channels. I mean, like... Can you tell me the difference between a drama channel and, what do you call it? The channels that basically just constantly respond to other people's reviews? Because it seems to be like a, what do you call it? A Temu version of drama channels. Not gonna lie. But yeah, anyway, guys. Next part of this, right? So that was the whole morale stuff, right? Which, to be fair, like the citing issue, yeah, definitely is like when you don't cite a source, yeah, for something. Like, say for instance, you look up an article and you take certain portions of the article and put it into your script, yeah, and you don't cite that source, then yeah, that could be considered plagiarism, right? That could be considered plagiarism. So that could follow through into after like Noah's had these conversations with like Uslaw and Faugi and Beckett. He could have come down to that conclusion himself that yeah, if I don't cite my sources, it looks like I'm plagiarizing someone, you know. So like both could be true at the same time. Like you know, like if like you don't cite a source, you could be seen as a plagiarist, right? It's as simple as that can be. But if you do cite the source, at least you've cited the source, right? So people can see where this information comes from. But yeah, basically Simon Robineau, I hope I'm saying that correctly, but like Robineau, I saw this, right? I saw this image on Twitter. The gay otter lives rent-free inside your head, tactical lolcow. And it's like, when I saw that, I was like, huh, that looks very familiar, doesn't it? Very familiar indeed, right? Very familiar indeed. I literally sat there and said, laugh my ass off, you cropped my thumbnail, ha 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 ha. He replies saying, hope you ain't gonna get butthurt and claim plagiarism over a thumbnail like you did with Noah. It's like, what are you talking about? So, does Simon not have a hard stance against stuff like plagiarism? Does he not have like a hard stance against that stuff? Like, he's sitting there acting like, oh yeah, get butthurt and claim plagiarism, like you did with Noah. Ha ha ha. It's like, whatever, mate. It's like, no, I just thought it was funny, lol. Difference here is it's a cropped thumbnail. Noah took a majority of someone else's video to use in his own without credit. See the difference? You know, like, do you see the fucking difference, dickhead? You know, like... Don't worry, Simon. I'm not gonna copyright you, okay? I'm not gonna do that. I'm better than that. Simon replies to me saying, fair enough, though he did own up to that fact and said that he'd be doing better in the future when it comes to citing his sources and crediting people. And I was like, I know, I was there. I did, like, think about, like, saying, like, don't speak to me about those, don't speak to me about that. I was there when it was spoken. And it was like, he just literally just says, I know you were. I was watching the stream and was even flaming Nick to a certain extent for his claims. So if you know I was in the stream, if you know I've seen the fucking response, right? Why do you feel the need to point it out to me? It just simply doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like, why would you feel the need to point that shit out to me? It's just fucking ridiculous. But yeah. But yeah, guys. So, something that Mrow actually pointed out to me is that Simon Robineau, like, he has books. He actually has written books and all that stuff, which is very, very based and all that stuff, I have to say. Like, I too have thought about writing a book at a certain point in time. I just never have gotten around to doing it, sort of thing, right? Keep saying, oh yeah, like, I want to write this book, but I just never get around to it, right, guys? I never get around to it. And, you know, that's just mainly life getting in the way. But something that Mrow had pointed out to me, right, was that if you look at the reviews, right, there are 4 reviews. Great short book to read. I am hungry for more now. I like the artwork in between key moments to help visualize the scenes. A few spelling mistakes here and there with character names, but overall an easy read for anyone. Another person says, this short story was rather good and I loved the character art at the very beginning. That was a super nice touch and helped me visualize the characters the way the author does. If you like fantasy, then I think you will enjoy this book very much. This other person, Carrie, says, Julia E. Bonherv's blood magic is exposed when she uses it to slay a monstrous creature attacking Soul Seed Village. Instead of being hailed as a savior, she is accused of witchcraft and blamed for conjuring the beast. Her best friend David Brocksteele watches as fear takes hold of the townsfolk, and the mayor has her imprisoned and strung up to protect the village. Determined to save her, David breaks Julia out of her cell, and together they flee in search of safety, or at least what they believe to be safe. The story unfolds as Julia and David, each haunted by their own dark pasts, fight to leave their mistakes behind. But the past refuses to stay behind, and their secrets draw dangerous attention, turning them into fugitives hunted by those who wish to see them silenced. Okay, so what the fuck even is this shit? Like, what even is this? Okay, so the story itself started rocky, could benefit from an edit or two, but it has strong potential. While both characters have troubled pasts, David's backstory was more compelling. The lack of explanation about witches and blood magic left me confused, even by the end of the book. If Julia remains the central character, the author should address some key questions. Why are witches so revealed? How did Julia come to practice blood magic? What was her mother's role in all of this? And who was the mysterious hooded woman in the beginning setting the terrible things to come in motion? For me, these unanswered questions left her character feeling incomplete. One standout was the mayor of Soulseed, his hatred for witches and his hiring of the tracker, Grey Mare, added tension to the story. However, his motives for hating witches were unclear, and his actions, though engaging, felt excessive without more context. Despite this, I appreciated his role in driving the conflict. The fighting scenes were the highlight. These were frequent, high stakes, and well executed. The story was packed with excitement. I often found myself thinking about it even after putting the book down. If you're looking for a book that's fast-paced and not lacking in excitement, it's worth picking up. So that's cool. That's cool. Like, but top reviews from other countries. Top reviews from other countries. Interesting fantasy story with intriguing characters and a world filled with potential for expansive world building and lore. If you like dark fantasy stories with rich and dynamic world building, I recommend giving this series a shot. Now, who is the author of this review, everybody? Can you point it out to me? Who is the great author of this review from another country, reviewed in Canada? Well, that would be Simon Robineau himself. That's so crazy, isn't it? That's fucking insane. Like, you review your own books now? You reviewed your own book? That's like liking your own videos on YouTube. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's like, you would have to be like really desperate for reviews in order to review your own book. That's all I'm just gonna say. You just have to be pretty desperate. But yeah, like, then I saw this video by Kuri Rinji, right? Kuri Rinji. Don't really know much about this guy, or like, the only thing I know about him is that he made this video, Parasocial Profiles, Simon Robineau, Rev Says Desu's biggest hater, right? But it turns out, yeah, it turns out that maybe Simon used to be a fan of, like, Rev Says Desu. Like, it turns out that Simon used to be a fan of Rev Says Desu. Where is it? Where is the tweet? Guys literally only want one thing, and it's fucking beautiful. And it's pretty much a family, right? Simon Robineau says, Rev doing some trolling while simultaneously sharing something wholesome, I see. And he's got that there. Okay. Next one. Rev Says Desu says, why do you want to help pedos by watering down the term? It's a fair question to ask people like you who try so hard to water it down. Simon replies saying, don't even bother with the guy, Rev. Take one look at his profile and you'll see that he's a clout chaser with no subtense. No subtense. You mean substance? Okay. Never thought I'd see it, but, you know, this seems to be where he, like, stopped being a fan of Rev Says Desu with the whole Chibi situation. I'm assuming that Rev, like, took Chibi's side in the whole thing, right? Never thought I'd see the day where Rev and Chibi would take a massive L. I tune into Rev's stuff regularly, but this video was a hard one to watch. I saw the drama about Wendy Lee when it was unfolding and how folks were mostly upset with her handling of the situation and how she went about airing out her dirty laundry regarding her co-workers. Not to mention that this video was published when the embers had already gone cold. He's already made several videos on this subject when the iron was still hot, but this one just came out of left field and felt completely unnecessary. So wait a minute, like, your issue with this video was that that he made it after the drama had subsided, and that was it. Oh, okay. I usually see them taking nothing but L's. I tend to agree with most of Rev's takes. Oh, buddy, what are you doing? Oh, Simon. I tend to agree with most of Rev's takes, but I couldn't find myself to support him this time around because of all of the above mentioned. Sorry, did they not call Rev Says Desu a fucking grifter? Simon Robineau agrees with most of Rev's takes on 2023. Felt like he was trying to pump out a quick video regarding a topic that had already cooled down to keep up with his daily upload schedule. Context and method should be damned. Or method be damned. Commentary drama channels love to kick the hornet's nest, but will cry foul when they get stung by the colony. It's like, I don't think you've ever seen a commentary channel, buddy. Like, really, I don't think you've ever seen it. Fellas, is this true? Men enjoy mentally unstable women more, study says. Nah, I'm more attracted to women who are headstrong and not sick. Okay. Look, at Rev Says Desu, as much as Grum's Mark isn't wrong with this, don't make citing him as a credible source a habit. Man used to be a prominent figure in the gaming industry, right after he got removed as CEO of his gaming company by his own board of directors for poorly managing his now discontinued game Firefall. Man's a disgraced member of the gaming industry, and is an unreliable narrator unless it's over stuff that's common sense. Okay, so I'm not going to go through the entire video because it's just a whole fucking thing, right? It's just literally Simon Robineau, like, making tweets about fucking Rev Says Desu, and I really don't give a shit about Rev Says Desu that much, to be honest with you. But, Simon has made a response to this guy, okay? Also, Simon's got, like, 400 subscribers? So all of that shit that he was chatting on Twitter towards me and Mrow is all coming from a fucking 400 subscriber Andy, who gets, like, 100 views per video. It's like, okay, buddy. But anyway, let's watch this, shall we? Let's watch it.
So it's come to my attention that Curry Rinji, a notorious sweeper for some of the worst online personalities on the internet, has recently made a near hour-long video regarding my coverage of Rev Soy's Desu. Now I would normally let bygones be bygones and not respond to people like this pathetic little cumshot that his mother should have swallowed during his conception. But given that our friend Curry has taken time out of his very busy schedule reposting hentai on Twitter and the length of his original video, I figured that I'd try something a little different in terms of video format to save some time and see how it goes. I also have the second volume of my light novel series to shill, so might as well do that at Curry's expense while I'm at it. So yeah, let's see what our resident clown had to say.
You see how fucking mad this guy is? Did you guys all pick up on that? Did you guys pick up on that? Like, how mad he sounds when he says that? Let's just, let's go over that again.
I have the second volume of my light novel series to shill, so might as well do that at Curry's expense while I'm at it. So yeah.
Sounds so fucking mad when he says that.
Let's see what our resident clown had to say about dear old me.
I'm talking about an individual by the name of Simon Robineau. If you venture into Jeff Says Desu's Twitter comments, almost any specific post coming from Jeff Says Desu Twitter account, you may encounter this very odd, peculiar, and quirky individual with the @bloodwench Alan, which stands for Bloodwench Light Novel, because Simon, you probably get to know that about him beforehand. This is a small factoid that doesn't really connect to anything in the rest of.
Also, might want to point out, yeah, like we all know that Rev Says Desu likes lolly characters and all that shit, right? Well, Simon has made that a point against like people like Calestio and all that stuff who have basically shown Rev Says Desu's arguments on Pro ZD, and because Callisto made included Rev Says Desu in his video, basically, right? Like, what do you call it? Simon made that a point against Callisto, right? So, like, it's very interesting that Simon would say, I've agreed with most of what Rev Says Desu says back in 2023. It's fucking insane.
This video, but it's fun to mention anyway, as Simon fancies himself a light novel author. He has one published work, the Bloodwench, as is stated in his ad, and I do believe he's currently working on volume 2 of his magnum opus. However, as you will quickly learn, I do think that in regards to his writing ability, I think he used it more.
Sorry, Joshua. I'm sorry. What I said was unhinged, but what he said wasn't to Noah. What do you mean, buddy? What do you mean? Yeah, there is some pissed off voice.
Most or best in his multiple replies to Rev Says Desu or to Rev Says Desu's fans.
We're already off to a great start if you think I put the same amount of effort when it comes to shit posting on Twitter as I do writing my light novels, which undergoes multiple rounds of edits and revisions before publication. Keep in mind that Curry here takes a few more jabs at me over some minor spelling mistakes in some of my tweets and the fact that I'm an author, which just goes to show what type of smooth brain idiot we're dealing with here. And if you actually believe that—
It sounds so mad. It sounds so mad at this. What kind of smooth brain idiot?
authors are immune to typos and spelling mistakes when replying live to things versus carefully revising their manuscripts, then you clearly don't have any author mutuals, let alone—
I mean, apparently in your book, though, buddy, you have spelling mistakes in your book. So what happened there, buddy, if you were, like, carefully curating your manuscripts and all that shit? Let's just go back. I want to hear the whole thing again.
mistakes in some of my tweets and the fact that I'm an author, which just goes to show what type of smooth brain idiot we're dealing with here. And if you actually believe that authors are immune to typos and spelling mistakes when replying live to things versus carefully revising their manuscripts, then you clearly don't have any author mutuals, let alone friends.
As his first interaction that I could find, at least, on
Like, he really does sound fucking pissed off. He really sounds pissed off. It's like... Look, fuck Rev, but why the shit would you comment on every single post from him? Yeah, exactly. Why would you? I don't even fucking comment on every single post that Tactical Templar puts out. I see them, but I don't fucking reply to them. Also, fuck me, he does sound pissed. Yeah, exactly. He sounds fucking furious.
Twitter, what Rev Says Desu is in complete agreement and as in light banter. Because Simon started off as one of Rev Says Desu's fans, at least a constant and consistent watcher of his.
You act as if this is some big revelation or something, as if I haven't gone on record multiple times stating that it was a former viewer of Rev's before he went full anti-woke grifter mode. 4 minutes into your video and already you're showing that you didn't actually do your bloody homework by stating blatantly obvious facts.
You didn't do your bloody homework. It sounds so British. Like, is Simon British now? Kind of makes me feel bad for my own fucking nationality.
that anyone who is familiar with my content already knows. So thanks, Captain Obvious.
Coming from August 23rd,
Oh god,
2023.
you can just imagine what his fucking response will be to this stream, won't you? Like, oh, this fucking British twink, oh, fuck this guy. Fuck the British runner, he's a fucking fag, man. Fuck him.
Rev saying thoughts fellas about men enjoying mentally unstable women more, to which Simon replies with, nah, date enough mentally unstable chicks to have pretty much turned me off from dating scene entirely. Dizzy emoji, hell emoji.
Also, if anyone's wondering what the fucking challenge by Mrow is, right? This is the challenge to basically deep dive into Simon Robineau. This is the challenge. Fuck it, like, let's make a video out of it. Fuck it, why not? Yeah, like, I want to see if he would respond to that, right? That'd be fucking hilarious if he did. That would be fucking hilarious. I mean, I think it'd be even funnier, yeah, if he just replied to this stream, right? That'd be so fucking funny.
This particular factoid might come into play later on, dear viewers, and you'll see how. Because his preference in women, as much as he states here, probably didn't change at all too much.
Jeez, I wonder what this could be a segue for.
Sorry, what?
And this is a common thing, and you'll see how. This particular factoid might come into play later on, dear viewers, and you'll see how. Because his preference in women, as much as he states here, probably didn't change at all too much.
Jeez, I wonder what this could be a segue for.
And this is a common thing with Simon, because Simon is one of those pro-fiction people. He likes all kinds of weird, quirky, even problematic fiction. And Ref says Desu, for those of you that watch his content, you know, is a big proponent of that. He constantly fights people that go after lollicons, for example, by calling them predators, pedophiles, whichever. And he's generally...
Also, I like how he says, oh, you didn't do your homework because you didn't mention that I've been transparent about being a former Rev Says Desu fan. It's like, yeah, well, isn't this like the whole point of the video? It's just to basically be pointing out that you used to watch this guy? Like, isn't that the whole fucking point of the video?
In favor of not censoring fiction, and Simon is in the same camp. So you can kind of see how Simon, over the years, would gravitate towards Rev and his content, them being of the same opinion in regards to fiction.
Again, you're not stating anything new here. This is one of the few things that me and Rev are on the same page about, with my stance on the matter not having changed since. I've also gone on record multiple times regarding this as well, so tell me something I don't know.
Literally, the video, right, says A-logger, drama tuber, right? Why don't you just say drama channel? Why don't you just say drama channel? Who the fuck calls, like, who calls a YouTube channel that you think is, like, a drama channel, right? A drama tuber. That's like calling a fucking walkthrough channel a let's play tuber. For fuck's sake, dude.
Oh, and then terrible things happened. How terrible? Well, Rev Says Desu decided to make a video about Mark Kern, also known as Grum's former Blizzard employee and developer, World of Warcraft. A figure that is also quite controversial these days. Mark Kern has been steadily making a reputation for himself as a commentary reply dude and also a grifter of the right-wing side of politics. And Simon, as you probably can tell by what's going to go on here, is not a very, very big fan of Mark Kern, unfortunately.
Grifter on the right-wing side of politics is easily the biggest understatement of the century. Try more failed game developer and notorious crowdfunding scammer that would make even yandere dev blush. And that's only mentioning the more commonly known things about Grums. Trust me, if you know what's the biggest...
Go back. Look, Rev Says Desu, as much as Grum's Mark isn't wrong with this, don't make citing him as a credible source a habit. Man used to be a prominent figure in the gaming industry right after he got removed as CEO of his gaming company by his board of directors for poorly managing his now discontinued game, Firefall. So, like, sorry, how can you call the guy a scammer, right? If he, like, what do you call it, poorly managed the game, right? Surely that would show negligence, not scamming, right?
grifter on the right-wing side of politics is easily the
Which personally, I do think that Grums did scam people, but like, it's like, you know, this is like what you said before. Now all of a sudden you have a different opinion. What changed the opinion?
biggest understatement of the century. Try more failed game developer and notorious crowdfunding scammer that would make even yandere dev blush. And that's only mentioning the more commonly known things about Grums. Trust me, if you know about Debbie-chan, then you are fully engrossed in the Mark Kern lore.
Look at Rev says Desu. As much as Grums and slash Mark isn't wrong with this, don't make citing him as a credible source to habit. Man used to be prominent figure in the gaming industry. Right after he go again. Light novel author.
And here is one of those aforementioned examples of Kuri Rinji taking petty jabs at me over minor spelling mistakes. Mind you that I've had Kuri here at 1.75 speed, given that this Neanderthal talks at a snail's pace and appears to struggle with the
Did you see how he said Neanderthal? Let's go back through that again.
is one of those aforementioned examples of Kuri Rinji taking petty jabs at me over minor spelling mistakes. Mind you that I've had Kuri here at 1.75 speed, given that this Neanderthal talks at a snail's pace and appears to struggle with the English language.
Just literally, like... Again, let's just go back through it again.
Mind you that I've had Kuri here at 1.75 speed, given that this Neanderthal talks at a snail's pace.
A snail's pace! He sounds so angry that somebody made a video on him. Surely you would like the exposure, Simon. You know, surely that would help you. Right? Surely that would have helped you. Like... 2 seconds. Oh, I don't have the video up anymore. Fuck.
And appears to struggle with the English language. So him throwing shade over minor typos on the most unserious app on the internet is pretty damn ironic, given that this bozo can't even properly speak English and takes forever to get to anything that remotely resembles a point. And when he...
I mean, maybe English just isn't his first language. Did that ever cross your mind?
finally does get to something, it's the most bad faith and idiotic thing ever.
Removed as CEO of his gaming company by his own board of directors for poorly managing his now discontinued Firefall. Man's disgraced member of the gaming industry and is an unreliable narrator unless it's over stuff that's common sense. Links to his Wikipedia article, because those are always credible sources, aren't they, Simon?
Would you have preferred me linking all the expose videos documenting Grum's history and fraudulent practices, Curry? You know, the ones that didn't exist back when this post was made, dumbass. Granted, those videos tend to be an overabundance nowadays when you type in Grums into YouTube's search bar. Plus, that Wikipedia article regarding Grums was pretty accurate with what was known about him at the time. You know this had you actually read through the article and done a little research beforehand.
And he says, on October 21st, 2024, your media literacy is fucking zero. This is where your takeaway from this movie was. And then he started making videos about Trev as well. Because if your hatred is strong enough, you're gonna direct your creative juices into that hatred as well. Video on @RevSaysDesu and his SN9 takes as White Joker 2 sucking going live tomorrow at 4 PM EST. Editors hard work reviewing the second volume of my OELN series, and since I got nothing better to do for a few months, figured I'd sit down and point and laugh at the clown. Yeah, this is his hobby, this is like his passion. Other than, you know, writing his light novel, which is, I guess, his type of work, his professional work. I don't know where else he works, how he covers for his expenses. I have no idea about any of that, but...
Fun fact, I actually deleted this video since I didn't think it was up to snuff with my current style of content. And yes, writing my LN series is both a hobby and a side hustle I do for leisure. As for where I get the money to finance said content, I actually deleted this video since I didn't think it was up to snuff with my current style of content. And yes, writing my LN series is both a hobby and a side hustle I do for leisure. As for where I get the money to finance said hobby of mine, well,
I mean, like, it can't really be a great side hustle since you've only got like 5 reviews.
well, it's from a little thing called a job. You know, that thing most people have to afford.
Whoa, Simon, don't use the J word in front of Templar, okay? Like, he thinks it's a really bad thing to, like, have a job these days, right? That was the thing with Templar. Like, he thought that using, like, the Pepe crying, like, McDonald's fucking thing was, like, an own on me. It's like, bro, I'd rather have a fucking job than do this full time.
Rent and pay for groceries. That very same thing most low-effort slop tubers like Rev and others like him are allergic to, and will do everything in their power to avoid getting, even if it means lying to their audience for clicks and views. Maybe you should try getting one yourself, Curry, instead of making these shitty.
Also, he calls drama channels slop tubers as well, so he's obviously talking about drama channels too that just lie to their audience. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever you say, buddy.
Ass videos that average around the same amount of views as my unmonetized ass. At least then you'd be a contributing member of society instead of being an annoying internet A-logger who can't seem to shut the fuck up about Anna Valens and Binted and Nyara for below poverty line wages. But
I'm sorry, what? Like Nyara? Like, what's he said about Nyara?
I digress at this point.
And yeah,
also,
remember about that YouTube
more
channel?
To the
There
point,
it is.
Simon, why would that be an issue if he's talking about Nyara? Is he talking about her positively? Is he talking about her negatively? What is it? It just seems like your straight up A-logging channel. That's
In its
all it is.
current state, and it's all dedicated to Rev. Even when a video is not dedicated to Rev, Rev has to be mentioned. Like, for example, there's a
Like,
video on
let's,
Liquid.
let's just go back to his point.
Getting one yourself, Curry, instead of making these shitty ass videos that average around the same amount of views as my unmonetized ass. At least then you'd be a contributing member of society instead of being an annoying internet A-logger who can't seem to shut the fuck up about Anna Valens and Binted and Nyara for below poverty line wages. But I digress at this point.
And yeah, remember about that YouTube channel? There it is, in its current state, and it's all dedicated to Rev. Even when a video is not dedicated to Rev, Rev has to be mentioned. Like, for example, there's a video on Liquid, and the thumbnail says, actually dumber.
It just seems like this Simon guy just can't really read the room. I feel like what he's done here, right, is just basically going to fuel this other guy to create more content around him because he knows it pisses him off. You've just basically given the A-logger what he wanted, which is attention.
Then Rev says this one. Trust me, if Rev is not mentioned in these videos, then Simon did not do a good job, because that's the crux of the issue. Rev has to be mentioned, otherwise Simon is going to have a bad day. As you can also see here, there's videos promoting his light novel as well, but those are just two of them, and that was it. And even though his Twitter account on its own, as you've seen, is named Bloodwench LN, Simon doesn't really do much in terms of promotion of his light novel work, dedicating most of his days to just A-logging and hating on Rev Says Desu.
First off, I do promote my light novel series on my Twitter account. Roughly 2 to 3 posts a week containing the same block of text with a direct link to my Amazon store page, since I don't want my account to get flagged for spam. Second, 10 videos on Rev, all uploaded within months from each other, huh? Alright then, let's take a look at Rev's channel real quick, shall we? Oh look, here's a recent video about Hassan Piker. Oh, and what's this? A few more videos about Hassan again. And will you look at that? A whole lot more videos about dear old Hassan, all of which uploaded within days from each other. So by your law,
Let's be real, yeah. Those aren't really videos. They're just more of like, oh, here's a stream segment I could just basically re-upload to my channel. That's all it is. It's the same shit that Templar does.
logic, if me uploading a few videos about Rev every once in a blue moon and regularly making fun of him on Twitter is considered A-logging, then Rev uploading near daily videos about Hassan and his orbiters must be borderline sexual harassment at that point.
What?
Wouldn't you agree?
What?
And that's when he's
What are you on about? I'm sorry, what was the argument here?
that, a whole lot more videos about dear old Hassan, all of which uploaded within days from each other. So by your logic, if me uploading a few videos about Rev every once in a blue moon and regularly making fun of him on Twitter is considered A-logging, then Rev uploading near daily videos about Hassan and his orbiters must be borderline sexual harassment at that point.
What the fuck even argument is this? I hope he's joking. What the fuck is this? What even is this shit? Someone who makes daily videos about Hassan Piker is considered fucking sexual harassment. What? What? What are you talking about? No. No. What? Oh my god, dude. That's fucking insane. Like, even as a joke, that is insane. Like, I swear, I hope this guy is joking when he says that
When you
shit.
agree, and that's when he's not dick riding Asmongold, which for whatever reason is his second hyperfixation. And mind you, this is only a tiny sample of just how many videos Rev has made about Hassan. Don't believe me? In that case, I invite you all to take a quick scroll through Rev's channel if you want to see what actual parasocial Stockholm Syndrome looks like.
What? It's just an ordinary... Oh my goodness!
Here's a foreign concept for you, Curry. If you don't want people talking trash about you on the internet, then maybe don't say stupid shit online. And if you can't take
I
the
mean,
heat...
Simon, the same could be said about you fucking sitting there on Twitter claiming that me, Dickers, and Mrow are really butthurt about fucking Noah plagiarizing people. Like, fuck me, dude.
Then get the fuck out of the kitchen and don't cry like a little bitch when you inevitably get burnt.
And then more. LMAO. You did not watch Nyara's video because all they said in their video was we should educate kids about trans issues and other related subjects in school. Shit really ain't that deep, bro. Commenting on the Nyara VTubers thumbnail image they made promoting education for trans youth. And in this particular thumbnail, there was a few comments like, trans people will never leave kids alone. Which, as you can imagine, stirred quite the controversy and made people very much aware of where Nyara was standing, despite Simon here saying that, you know, it's all about educating trans youth about their specific issues. And again, I'm not going to go into details on that. There's plenty of material out there.
Sorry, what? I can't even fucking read that. What does that... Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let me pull his video up again. Let me pull his video up. Let me pull that video up. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this.
Third employee and...
So where is that again? Like... I'm just gonna have a look at the transcript. I heard him say stirred. Yeah, there we go. Laugh my ass off. You did not watch Naira's video because all they said in that video was that we should educate kids about trans issues and other related subjects in school. Shit really isn't that deep, bro. All they said in that video was that we should educate kids about trans issues. It's not that deep. Jesus Christ, dude. Stay away from the kids. Sorry, did no one did Simon not see what Naira was saying about if what are you calling it? If what was it? If kids cannot consent to HRT, then they cannot consent to puberty. Like, that's a fucking nonce fucking tweet, that is. That's fucking nonce behavior. This guy will never leave you alone, will he? I guess he won't because it's free engagement for his account. Genuinely considering blocking after this. I can deal with the daily obsession with me, but this post just revealed they might be a legitimate danger. Okay, I think that's going a bit overboard, buddy.
They're covering that. Let's
Like, you think someone with 400 subscribers is really going to be a danger? Okay, buddy.
back and see what refs have to say about this. All they said in their videos, we should educate kids about trans issues. It's not that deep. Jesus Christ, dude, stay away from kids. And there were more replies here. This guy will never leave you alone, will he? I guess he won't cause it's free engagement for his account. Generally considering blocking after this. Can deal with the daily obsession.
Whoa, there's more? There's more to this?
Which, as you can imagine, that plenty to kid. What considering blocking?
Do it, pussy. Won't change the fact that we'll still be making videos debunking your stupid ass whenever something dumb, real dumb comes out of it. Okay.
With me, but this point just revealed they might be a legitimate danger. And then Simon replied, "Do it, pussy."
Funny how Curie conveniently did not show Rev's followed response, insinuating that I might be a pedo or a groomer. The fact that this is what you took away from this is alarming. Nobody is afraid of you shouting at a brick wall over a random YouTuber's opinion. People are concerned that your attitude about this subject presents you as a danger to children. Yikes.
Won't change the fact that this will be making videos debunking your stupid ass whenever something real dumb comes out of it. Triple
I
laughing
mean,
out loud.
like, going by their logic here, right? Going by their logic, yeah. You're literally defending a fucking person who thinks that if kids cannot consent to HRT, then they couldn't consent to puberty, which is like such a fucking weird fucking thing to say. It's so fucking just gross.
Emoji.
If you actually did any semblance of research here, Curry, you know that trans-affirming healthcare doesn't involve kids getting surgery. And had you actually watched the video, you know that wasn't even the subject of it. But hey, you've already shown...
Regardless, I don't think that kids can consent to having HRT, you fucking moron.
that you aren't even willing to do the bare bone minimum when it comes to researching grums. So my expectations of you having an informed and educated take about anything are already underwater at this point.
I mean,
and yeah,
maybe Simon should take his own advice here and actually do some fucking research. Actually look at why everybody was having an issue with Naira. Maybe.
I find it pretty
it's just a suggestion, Simon. It's just a suggestion. But, you know, maybe educate yourself on this take.
critical that the guy who built a good portion of his career on watering down the term pedo is bad actually, is out here watering down the term groomer over a subject he clearly knows nothing about, to the benefit of actual groomers. If you don't see the blatant hypocrisy here, then I really don't know what to tell you, other than you're a fucking moron. But that's pretty much a given for you at this point, Curry. And no, a few Kiwi Farm screenshots that have already been debunked for being fake multiple times isn't proof that Naira is a groomer or a pedo. If anything,
Sorry, what?
believing that shit makes it tell you, other than you're a fucking moron. But that's pretty much a given for you at this point, Curry. And no, a few Kiwi Farm screenshots that have already been debunked for being fake multiple times isn't proof that Naira is a groomer or a pedo. If anything...
Okay, can you, like, show an example of these screenshots? I would be very interested to see.
believing that shit makes you look incredibly gullible at best and maliciously disingenuous at worst.
Thank you, Ref says Desu, for influencing my personal
Okay, so I guess we're not going to see the proof of what he was saying to back any of those things up.
choice. Looking forward to playing this game. Because, you know, despite buying something because the person you personally also hate decided to criticize something, that's a way to go. Just waste your money because the object of your ire hates something. Support hatred. Be the hater other people see you as, Simon. Don't let people stop you, because you're doing just fine as you are.
Joke's on you there, buddy, because I actually had a blast with KCD2.
There was fake screenshots of a person people assumed was Naira, but it was proven that it wasn't. Okay, well, I'll take your word for that.
So I'd say spite buying that game was well worth the time and money. Not to mention, I'm not the one who threw a hissy fit over the lead dev putting me on blast
Yeah, sure,
because
throw them up on the server, yeah. Put them in the stream chat. Put him in stream chat, Josh.
I made a shitty fucking clickbait video. Made a whole ass video on that too, and I'll leave the link to that in the end card.
Buddy, I make videos clowning on your stupid ass, so please cry me a river. Calling out Trev, calling him out on his stalking habits. Trev responds with instant response, not surviving the stalker allegations. Not to mention the fact that art you are referencing to is one you paid for. Seek help, bro. And here's the artist that Simon commissioned to make specific thumbnail art for his anti-rev videos. She's called QN Jasmine, thumbnail commissioned by Bloodwench LN. Remember this name because, again, this is another part about Simon's story that comes back in a very funny way. Just connect the dots about Simon not really liking mentally unhinged women because he was apparently dating some or one in the past, but again, habits change very hard. Sometimes they do not change, as you will see very soon. Yeah, and I gladly commissioned her again for another thumbnail because my last video was a fun one to make laughing out emoji. Also, your beef with me is with me, buddy, not with my friend, so keep her the fuck out of this. Trev replies, I reached out to your friend to see if she supports this nonsense. Based on the fact that she used my art tag for it, I have a strong suspicion that she was an unwitting partner to your stalking obsession. Oh, Rev doesn't even know the half of it. Sadly. To which Simon replied, at least you had the decency to do so. I don't care if your ravenous fans come after me clowning on you and your takes. And even if she's a winning party, your beef is with me and not her. So tell your viewers to keep her out of this. As he barks at the screen.
Mind you that this is what was said between my then friend, now girlfriend Jasmine, and Rev says Desu in DMs at the time. You can pause the video and read through the screenshots as they appear while I...
Hi, I just wanted to reach out with a few questions. The person that commissioned this art is one of my stalkers. Search Rev on their account. They have been attacking and slandering me non-stop for months. Okay, I doubt it. Like, okay. I think that's going a bit far, isn't it? I think that's going a bit too far, okay? You're worrying over a little shitter. You fucking got like 99.5k followers. And you're worrying about Simon Robineau. You're worried about a little shitter. You're worrying about a little shitter on the internet. Oh my god, this Rev Says Desu guy is a fucking pussy. He's a thin-skinned bitch. In a recent tweet, they claimed that you are their friend. Based on the intent of their commission, I believe they were abusing my art tag and using you for their own agenda. I won't post any response to this publicly without your approval, but I just wanted to give some clarity here. Okay.
Yap. But the TLDR is that Rev tried bribing Jasmine with exposure for her art while pretending she was never getting...
Sorry, what? Exposure for her art? Sorry, is that his claim or is that something that Rev said?
Desu in DMs at the time. You can pause the video and read through the screenshots as they appear while I yap. But the TLDR is that Rev tried bribing Jasmine with exposure for her art while pretending...
Where does it fucking say? Oh, by the way, if you help me out here, yeah, I can get you in good connections with other people, right? In the space, I can help you out, love. I can help you out. Like, you know, like, where does it fucking say anything like that in this screenshot? Unless there's gonna be another fucking message at some point. Where does it say that in this message? In a recent tweet, they have claimed that you are their friend. Based on their intent of their commission, I believe they were abusing my art tag and using you for their own agenda. I won't post any response to this publicly without your approval, but I just wanted to give some clarity here. The person that commissioned this art is one of my stalkers. Search Rev on their account. They have been attacking and slandering me non-stop for months. Where is the bribe? Where is the bribe, Simon? Where is the bribe?
She was never getting harassed by his community, which she 100% was.
Okay, so there are more DMs, okay. Yes, they are my friend. I don't appreciate you instantly post that tweet without contacting me first. Now your fan base is going to come after me for someone who paid me for a silly commission. I don't need your permission to post anything, just like you don't need my permission to accept commissions. If anyone is harassing you over this, They are wrong for that, although I see no evidence that is happening. It might seem silly to you, but this individual has an unhealthy obsession with me. This art wasn't commissioned out of anything positive, but instead out of hate and spite. They made a fool out of you and abused my art tag to put you in an awkward position. Also, just so you know, my intention was to reach out to...
Look pretty unhinged. Granted, Jasmine did...
Okay, so where were we? Okay, Also, just so you know, my intention was to reach out to you with the intent of promoting your... Oh, fuck me, man. Just completely fucking destroyed my point now. For fuck's sake, Rev. Why? So he was, like, with the intent of promoting your account and encouraging my followers to commission you. So it is a bribe, then. So he was intending to bribe this person. What the fuck? That's where I stand currently. Let me know your thoughts. Hey, betray your friend, and I'll promote your account, encourage my followers to commission for you.
Use Rev's art tag, which is something I personally advised against, knowing the nature of Rev's audience and how he probably tried to sick them onto her over this. But that doesn't change the fact that Rev trying to bribe her with exposure because someone requested unflattering artifacts I punched. Granted, Jasmine did use Rev's art tag, which is something I personally advised against, knowing the nature of Rev's audience and how he probably tried to sick them onto her over this. But that doesn't...
But you have no way of knowing that, though. That's complete bullshit. Sorry, but you have no way of knowing if he actually did or didn't, right? Personally, I wouldn't really put it past Rev to not to do that, to actually do that. I wouldn't really put it past him. But like...
Change the fact that Rev trying to bribe her with exposure because someone requested unflattering art of him is pretty damn psychotic behavior. You don't see me...
Not even after this, I'd allow your followers to commission me. You brought me along by posting that screenshot, and I suddenly am a part of the conversation. I tried to reason one of your fans that the commission is made to poke fun at you. My drawing is completely harmless. Yes, he used it for his video as its thumbnail. I'm aware of my friend's critical criticism in that video towards you. All I did was just a commission drawing. I'd appreciate if you tell your fanbase to get off my back and stop thinking I am affiliated with my friend. I mean, you kinda are affiliated if you're his friend, right? On some hate crime. Hate crime? What? What? Some hate crime? Okay, I think we're getting a bit too far. We're getting a bit too deep into this, right? Hate crime? I also want to keep this conversation private. Okay, like, Simon is cringe, but I don't think anything that he said in his videos could be considered as a hate crime towards Rev Says Desu, okay?
Me going into the DMs of people that are friends with Rev and trying to coerce them into turning against him. Because that shit is straight up gay op and bitch boy behavior.
Rev, ever since Twitter likes became private, and the Steam chart says, Simon doesn't like anything Rev uses as proof to make his arguments. If Rev, by some chance, shows Steam charts showing that specific games have a low player base and they're not being played well enough, Simon is just gonna say his argument is invalid because Steam charts are not evidence. At least not evidence enough.
That's because they aren't, you blubbery Neanderthal. Anyone with more than 2 functions.
Steam charts, like anything Rev uses as proof to make his arguments. If Rev, by some chance, shows Steam charts showing that specific games have a low player base and they're not being played well enough, Simon is just gonna say his argument is invalid because Steam charts are not evidence. At least not evidence enough.
That's because they aren't, you blubbery Neanderthal. Anyone with more than 2 functioning brain cells will tell you that Steam charts isn't an accurate metric to determine whether a game was a commercial failure or not. Especially when a game is multi-platform and is available on multiple different launchers. Now if the game was...
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'll give Simon that. That is true. The games are, like, It would depend on what game we're talking about. If we're talking about an indie developed game that was only released on the PC, then yeah, you could probably say that it was a flop if there's only like 10 players playing the game. But then again, with an indie developed game, you're going to have to expect that type of reception. Because if you're making like a brand new IP and you're not already an established creator within the space, then not a lot of people are going to know about you. Not a lot of people are going to know about what you're making or what game you've just released and all that stuff, unless you've, you know, invested in some high-level marketing scheme or something like that. I don't know. But, like, yeah, most games, like AAAs and all that stuff, like, you know, they go through multiple platforms. So just looking at a Steam chart, yeah, is just really looking at a piece of the puzzle, not really the entire picture.
Exclusive to Steam, that would be a different can of worms altogether. Yet the context of this tweet that Curry conveniently left out was that I was mocking Rev for comparing AC Shadows, a multi-platform and launcher.
Okay, stream chat. Well, that's a lot of screenshots. Okay. Fuck me, that's wild. Okay. I am not going to be showing that on my fucking screen, thanks. But cheers for putting in stream chat. If anyone wants to go and look at that shit, they can go and look at it.
Game
Oh,
to Schedule 1, a Steam exclusive game. Like, are you purposely being intellectually dishonest, or is below room temperature IQ just your average?
According to her, she's taking a step back and won't do content creation full-time anymore. Bitch probably realized that she'll never make as much bank from YouTube as her drifter husband. Now you can imagine if Rev's channel died anytime soon. Because hatred towards Rev is not limited to Rev. It's not limited to people associated with Rev. It's not limited to Rev's fans. Also, Darling Straub, Rev's wife, she's also had a little bit of Simon's vitriol, and he spewed it all out over her.
And rightfully so, because Straub is also a massive piece of shit deserving of backlash and criticism that I've also covered here on this channel. Particularly in my Leaflet video, which in reality was more about Straub than it was Leaflet. You know this had you actually watched the video, which you clearly didn't because you're a bad faith sweeper and a trash tier drama tuber. And before I see anyone in the comments say, "Oh, but Simon, you're also a drama tuber by making these videos," difference is that I don't care about views, likes, and monetization.
Okay, that's a bit of a fucking lie, isn't it? I don't fucking believe you. I don't believe anyone when they fucking sit there and go, "Oh, I don't care about views and monetization and all that stuff." Obviously, you don't give a shit about monetization because you're not fucking monetized. No one cares about monetization when they're not monetized, obviously. But to say that you don't care about likes and views, that basically equates to you saying, "I don't care if my video is successful or not." Sorry, I think everybody would like their videos to be successful, don't you? I think everybody would like their videos to be successful, so I think by that logic, people do care if they fucking have successful videos. They care, and through that is like getting views and likes and all that stuff, right? Why wouldn't you want something that you spent time on making to be successful? Why wouldn't you care about that? What would be the point of making videos on the internet, right? If you didn't care if they, you know, were successful or not.
Because I think that YouTube is where most talentless hacks who peaked back in high school go to try and make a name for themselves. I make these videos for fun, so don't ever expect to see a consistent upload schedule from me.
So if anyone cares about views, likes, or monetization, they are talentless hacks. Says the person who isn't even fucking partnered. Okay. Guarantee as soon as this guy gets partnered, he's going to give a lot more of a shit about monetization.
Because you never will.
Uses that particular Asmongold art piece again. The amount of brown-nosing you do for this man is low-key fucking embracing? Dude, you're a writer for a living. Just spell check yourself, please. I have dyslexia. And I check myself more than you do. Some would even go as to call it gay. That's not very woke of you, Simon.
Like, this is the fucking thing with this whole thing, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting your videos to be successful. There's nothing wrong with wanting them to get a lot of views to get a lot of likes, a lot of comments, a lot of like ad revenue. However, in my book, it's the way you go about doing it. That's how I would view it. It's just the way you go about doing it. That is the that would be the issue, right?
Come on, dude. You spent all this time digging through my Twitter and somehow still thought I was a wokey? But then again, not too surprising coming from a blubbering retard like yourself. Not to mention that you having dyslexia really isn't all that surprising either, and explains why you talk like a sloth that struggles to string along a coherent sentence together, let alone a rational thought. How's that for not very woke, you cum-guzzling fucknugget?
Rev's two favorite metrics: YouTube likes and...
Now, someone is a bit mad at this video, aren't they? Jesus Christ, dude.
Steam charts, both of which being unviable metrics to measure anything. Rolls eyes emoji. And he hates...
Artelino, this is your guy right here. I thought Artelino's standards, yeah, was, guys, we gotta treat people with respect and kindness and all that stuff. We can't be saying that we can't be saying mean things to them. Like, Jesus Christ.
Anything Rev uses as evidence. He can just dismiss anything on the grounds that Rev uses them as evidence. That's the only thing that he actually does need.
No, I'm dismissing them on the simple premise that they aren't a viable metric. Getting more likes on a YouTube video doesn't make you any less right or wrong about something. That's called appealing to popularity, which is a logical fallacy. Just like Steam charts can't accurately determine whether a game that is multi-platform was a commercial success or failure on its own, you fucking moron. How many times do I have to explain this to you until it finally gets through that thick yet empty sphere you call a skull?
Rev ain't doing all that much better in terms of views and is struggling to crack 100k on most of his recent uploads. His channel isn't dead, but it's getting real close given that he's alienating most of his viewers who used to watch him for making fun of anime antis on Twitter. I do believe Simon is talking about himself here. He feels like this one and only alienated fans. I have to say that just this isn't very accurate, because having this type of viewership in the tens of thousands on daily uploads, mind you, it's very good money. So saying that Rev's channel is dead is just far from true. And even nowadays, in 2026, Rev is still having a good chunk of viewership left over. And I would even say it's stable, so Simon is just not only missing the point, but also just making up fanfiction in his head.
Right. Because going from 100k views per upload on a single video to struggling to crack 70k views on most of your videos while double uploading daily isn't a sign of declining viewership. The argument isn't whether or not Rev is making money out of this, because he clearly is. It's that he's losing support, which is reflected in both his dwindling views per upload and sub loss, which, like it or not, still hurts his bottom line since he isn't pulling as many views as he once did. And chances are that people are clicking off his videos sooner than they should, which in turn hurts his viewer retention rate, and as most people know, that's the only metric that matters when it comes to ad revenue. Him also streaming more often is also a telling sign that he's more reliant now on memberships, super chats, and donations, since all his sponsors have dropped him. You can only outrage farm and grift for so long until it becomes unbearable and people start seeing through the bullshit.
Yo Rev, just letting you know you're part of the reason why he quit, you talentless hack, blaming Rev for someone chose leaving of Twitter.
Oh, Curry. If only you knew. If only you knew.
What the
Not
fuck?
audience captured, LMFAO.
What?
The projection of hypocrisy.
Hang on a minute.
Oh,
you're part of the reason why he quit, you
unbearable and people start seeing through the bullshit.
Yo Rev, just letting you know you're part of the reason why he quit, you talentless hack, blaming Rev for someone chose leaving of Twitter.
Yo, Rev, yo, Rev, just letting you know you're part of the reason why he quit, you talentless hack.
Oh, Curry. Terrible, and people start seeing through the bullshit.
Yo Rev, just letting you know you're part of the reason why he quit, you talentless hack, blaming Rev for someone chose leaving of Twitter.
Oh, Curry. If only you knew. If only you knew.
Not audience captured,
Knew what exactly?
FAO, the projection of hypocrisy. On full display, given that Rev is 100%, given that all he does is follow topics that will get him the views and never corrects or apologizes when he's wrong about stuff. That's my impression of him.
Now, I think that's just you having an autistic spurg out or an aneurysm there, bud. Maybe a mix of both in your case.
I really hate this era of Desu. At least with GG2, he gave me something to work with when clowning on him. Now he's just boring ass on One Note Pony. Again, another artwork with Rev being in a straitjacket and a tiny headed Hassan in the background, confirming that Rev talks about Hassan quite a bit.
Again, quite the understatement there, dipshit. Because I've already established that Rev pretty much has a crush on the guy with just how many videos he's dedicated to talking about him and his orbiters.
What is this shit with, like, Rev having some sort of, like, crush or, like, fascination with, like... What is this energy we're getting here?
It's almost like the terms obsessed, stalker, rent-free, and derangement syndromes are all just meaningless buzzwords meant to deflect criticism. But hey...
Sorry, you said the exact same thing to Tactical Templar, where you cropped my thumbnail to make your fucking, like, tweet. So are you saying that you were deflecting criticism from Tactical Templar or some shit because you used the term rent-free? What are you talking about, dude?
Classic rules for thee, but not for me. It's the internet, my dude. If people want to talk about someone and relentlessly make fun of them, then they will. And if you don't like it, then log the fuck off.
Then there's more art, with Rev being squeezed between the butt cheeks of President Trump. But Rev said that we won.
Okay, buddy. You really can't fault me for that one, since everyone and their grandma knows about Rev's infamous "We Won" post. Hell, even people who aren't familiar with his content know about this stinker of a tweet. I'm just playing along with the meme at that point, and you can...
I don't know, guys. I must have slept in that day. I must have fucking slept through that shit.
Cry about that all you want until the cows come home.
Also, since Rev is clearly not going to do it, then I will. If you want to commission some art, please consider checking out my lovely girlfriend at QN Jasmine. Do you remember one particular artist from some minutes in the videos past that Simon has commissioned for his Rev Says Desu art? Well, at some point in time, they became a couple. And my theory, my headcanon on this particular relationship is that their hatred towards Rev have united them. I don't know how this happened, but, you know, if someone says that love is stronger than hate, you clearly haven't seen Simon's relationship with his artist girlfriend that makes all of these fucking thumbnail art for him now.
You know, my girlfriend told me about this part ahead of time, which is really funny watching it now since bro had to come up with his own little headcanon about why her and I began dating. Remind me, Curry, didn't you say that I was the one making up fanfic about Rev just a few minutes ago? Yeah. Sounds more like you're projecting your own issues onto me there, bud.
Rev Says Desu is spinning from his ceiling fan right now in regards to the Assassin's Creed Shadow being the 6th best-selling console game in 2025, and Rev has, of course, made videos about what a flop Assassin's Creed Shadows was gonna be and is.
Was gonna be and is? You want to show some evidence backing up those claims that isn't Steam Chart or Ubisoft's tanking stocks, which is a direct result of the countless bad business calls they've made over the years? No? Then why the fuck are you even bringing up this point if you aren't going to back it up with some actual data? Of all the sperms that your father let loose inside your mother, and somehow you were the fastest?
And then him also going after Rev's fans. Wearing Rev Says Desu paraphernalia in Big 2026 be like, kick me. These fucking people. And then, you know, I don't even know what to say about this one. Rev's like Desu. Again, Light Novel Outer and his creativity in full show here.
So what? Jokes are illegal now, is what you're saying? And here I thought you guys were fine with edgy humor.
These fucking people. And then, you know, pick me. Also going after Rev's fans.
Wearing Rev Says Desu what the fuck? Paraphernalia in Big 2026 be like, what? Kick me? Okay.
Wearing Rev Says Desu paraphernalia in Big 2026 be like, kick me. These fucking people. And then, you know, I don't even know what to say about this one. Rev's like Desu. Again, Light Novel Outer and his creativity in full show here.
So what? Jokes are illegal now?
Says nothing about jokes.
Is what you're saying? And here I thought you guys were fine with edgy humor. But the moment people like myself are the ones making these sorts of jokes, then it's a problem. Also, nice job in leaving the context out for that last one, dip.
The context. Ironic of Rev to call anyone a spineless ghoul when he's got no spine himself. How is that context? You fucking made a shit post online. Why? Well, oh, guys, there's context to the shit post. There's context.
Shit. Because the whole point of that joke was that me and Otterly Noah were calling him spineless, and you know, slugs don't have spines. Not only
I mean, like, you could have called him a fucking snake, right?
did the joke completely fly over your head, but you're also being extremely dishonest right now.
And then, what I would like to call Simon's magnum opus in regards to his hatred towards Rev. He has made his girlfriend, or they both of them did, a set of short animations, to which I can show on YouTube, because that'll be some kind of call for violence or something like that. But I can describe it to you. In one, Rev says Desu with a big package and panties, his avatar that is, gets kicked in the groin by a large grey muscular man. And there's also another one where both Rev and Strobe get fucking crucified while using audio tracks from, I do believe, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, saying that Rev got kicked in the balls by everyone. That's how insane it gets.
What? You mean these?
He keeps kicking me in the dick.
Oh, for fuck's sake, keep on ripping off the fucking, what do you call it, Dragon Ball Z Abridged series.
Why? Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Wow. I can't believe every single one of them kicked you in the dick.
Really love how the "it's just a drawing and fiction" crowd are out here getting triggered over drawings of people's fictional avatars getting kicked in the dick and crucified to a cross with ropes, not even nails. You're making it sound as if I commissioned Jasmine to draw revenge porn or something, which, hate to break it to you, this ain't it.
What the fuck are we talking about here? Why does it always have to be something sexual with these people?
Chief. For people who love telling others that they can't separate fiction from reality, you sure seem to get pissy whenever the fictional avatars of your Oshis get drawn unflatteringly. But hey, fictional content is only problematic when it's fiction you personally don't like. Fucking hypocrite.
Or, like, the same thing can be said about you. Like, oh yeah, like, criticism is only bad when it's directed at you, right? Because that's what it seems to be when, you know, like, people were talking about the whole plagiarism fucking thing with Noah, right? You don't seem to like it when people bring that shit up.
Advanced G will be just fine without Rev and his dogshit takes, commenting on Rev being abandoned by his sponsor, Advanced GG. And yeah, their drinking company, whose founders have clearly stated their morals and values online. Not living by said values set by its own founders would be actually empty virtual signaling. Cry about it. Video and meme clips are complete, waiting for the thumbnail art for uploading. Yeah, he made another video with the specific animations I talked about here, and you can see snippets from there. There's one Rev screaming after getting kicked in the balls. Here's Rev grabbing his balls because he got kicked in the balls. And the last one with Strobe and Rev being crucified, with Rev still talking about being kicked in the balls. And by the way, how his girlfriend drew Rev with this huge package, I would be kind of worried, Simon, if she's not going to be leaving you for Rev at some point, because you just don't draw a man's avatar with a huge package like that without having some sort of unrequited feelings towards him. You know, that's your worry to have, not mine, or my audience's, that is.
First off, didn't you say that you weren't going to show these clips because they were a clear call to violence? If these animations are such a call to violence, then why on God's green earth are you showing the stills uncensored, you fucking imbecile?
What are you talking about, dude? Oh yeah, we gotta censor violence in fucking clips. Are you fucking real, dude? I had no idea that we were supposed to, you know, censor those, right? I had no idea that we were supposed to censor violent images, right, guys? Uncensored. Like, what are you on about, dude? How is that an own? Oh my god, this is fucking diabolical.
Second, what kind of a dig is that? My girlfriend drew him with a bulge, therefore I should be worried about her leaving me for Rev, aka the guy who harassed her? Seriously, man,
Harassed
is this
her?
elementary?
I'm sorry. How do you, like, this is going off of an assumption, right? That Rev sent his fan base after his girlfriend. Such an assumption, right? But all of a sudden now it's a fact, right? So fucking dumb.
School playground insult the best you could come up with? I've heard better clips from special need 12-year-olds with an extra
Literally,
chromosome or
Before he was talking about it like it was a fucking assumption. Now it's all of a sudden a fact that she was harassed by Reb Says Desu. Like he sent his fan base after her.
two. At this point, I'd say that you peaked back in high school, but in your case, you more likely peaked back.
Sending like a couple of DMs, yeah, is on the basis of harassment to these people. Fuck me, I must have harassed utterly Noah then with the amount of DMs I've sent him. Fuck
In
me.
kindergarten.
And remember how I told you at the beginning of the video that Simon's obsession
I
with
must
this
have
kind of
harassed
spams?
so many YouTubers by DMing them, right? Fucking hell, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
And spans over months and years at this point? Well, to end this video, let me show you something that is truly unhinged. The amounts that Simon has added Rev or talked about Rev in the last years or so. So I'll leave you with that. Enjoy, and a word of advice, do not become like Simon, because if you're Simon, you'll probably end up in some kind of mental asylum at some point.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit about your little nothing burger compilation showing off all my bangers, so I'm just going to end it here as well. Anyways, Volume 2 of Blood Wench is now available for purchase, so if you want to support me, consider checking that out and picking up a copy, and leaving a review if you...
Sorry, I'm not gonna pick up a copy from some author that can't take criticism, okay? Not from that video, but from the live stream we watched on Noah's stream where he was sitting there coping and seething because somebody said, yeah, that they would have preferred it if the guy added a bit more backstory to the whole, why two characters know each other, like, he got really butthurt over that shit. Started coping about it. Like, it was unfucking real. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, if you can't take criticism, you know, like, and also he tried to say it was world building to leave out information, when that is, like, literally the complete fucking opposite of what world building is.
you enjoyed it. With that said, later.
Okay, that was Simon Robineau. Simon Robineau's video. Dumbest internet A-logger and drama tuber ever. Didn't exactly do yourself any favors with this one, buddy. Let's see what the comments say about this. It's like, I guarantee utterly Noah did not watch this video. Guarantee he fucking didn't. Overall, it seems positive, but I mean, there are some fucking weird fucking shit in this video, right? Some weird fucking stuff that he's been saying in this video. Stuff that doesn't actually make any fucking sense either. Like the whole thing, like, oh yeah, well, Reb Says Desu probably sent his fan base after my girlfriend. Probably did it. I don't know that to be a fact, but he probably did it. And then, like, at the later part of the video, he's like, he definitely did it. It's like, how can you be so sure? Right? Anyway, guys, let's get into...
Vitaly, the app.
Let's get into what we came here for. The Vitaly stuff, right? If I can just go back. Thank you. Vitaly, like, what do you call it? Had just basically well, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, Vitaly has, like, I think, Vitaly, after his whole, like, prank fucking career thing back in, like, the 2010s, like, cause this is the thing about Vitaly, is that he used to be a prank channel where he would go out and prank the general public, and apparently got arrested as well at some point. So, like, we're gonna be reacting to Kavos's video because it goes over the stuff pretty well in this video, and also because it's totally not because I could not find the original footage, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go over Kavos's coverage of this whole thing, but basically, in a nutshell, what happened was, after his prank career went down the tubes, he's become a predator catcher, right? But in the process of being a predator catcher, he ended up accusing an innocent person of being a child predator. So, let's get into it.
Vitaly, the absolute scumbag, has falsely accused someone of being a paedophile live on stream when doing his paedophile hunting series. You heard that right, and he is in so much shit. What he has done, and the way he even uses his platform, which we're going to discuss today, is just fucking disgusting. We all know Vitaly was in prison in the Philippines for a long time because he would harass people for content. Well, other things Vitaly likes to do is hunt down paedophiles. Does he do this out of the goodness of his heart because he really hates people preying on children? No. This is all for content. It's all for clicks. Obviously, I want to see everyone.
Yeah, see, I think Vitaly just does it for, like, what do you call it? Does it for the clout. He just simply does this shit for clout. He doesn't really care about keeping, like, kids safe online or anything like that. But if it gets, like, a pedophile in jail or some shit like that, like an actual pedophile in jail, right? Then, yeah, like, I don't really care. But at the same time, the intention, I don't really think he actually gives two shits if, it protects kids online. I think he does it just simply for the clout, right? And he's a very disingenuous person, as we'll see here.
One who's a nonce behind bars and getting their just desserts, but not Vitaly. He isn't the police, he isn't law enforcement, he is a degenerate streamer, and this is why he shouldn't be touching this shit. So it all starts when Vitaly sets up a sting and tries painting Akash Singhania as a child predator. Before we get through the fallout, let's see him bust this guy.
Bro, a 16-year-old.
Bro, what the fuck kind of shit is this? He's almost happy that he's caught a fucking supposed child predator, isn't he? He's like sitting there fucking mocking the guy, like going, "Ha ha, I've got you now, I've got you, ha ha, finally I caught one, ha ha." Like, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, what kind of energy is this shit that we're seeing right now? It's like, fucking hell. Like, actually act like a fucking real person rather than a Jim Carrey wannabe, okay?
She never told me she was 16. Oh, she did. Where's the Bluetooth speaker, honey? Wait. Where's the Bluetooth? Where's the Bluetooth speaker, honey? No. Honey bun. Honey bun.
You added me on. Honey bun. Like, this guy must have snorted an entire pound of cocaine before doing this fucking sting operation.
Bluetooth speaker, honey bun.
Look at the messages right here. Wait, where did she? I swear to God, she never told me. She was 16. I swear.
Oh shit! My bad, bro. You're good.
No, I swear to God.
Sorry, bro. Wrong person.
Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Wait, no, dude, listen. 18. I swear to God. I don't move like that.
So you trolling too?
No, we got the messages.
No, she said maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Oh, you probably deleted it on his.
No, wait. I swear to God. Wait, I swear to God.
Okay, she's gonna pull up right now.
Yeah, wait. Please pull it up.
But why do you talk to girls about raping them? You crazy?
Yeah, you.
Okay. So already you can see, already a minute into the clip, he is just entertaining, loving it, and calling this guy asking this guy why he wants to R a 16-year-old. And you can see already it's all about the content, the clips, and the guy is completely denying that she was 16.
It's a CNC kink. It's a public kink. Like, I even said, wait, I have the text. I have the text right here. I told her consensual, non-consensual. I told her up here, look. No, so I told her
what
that.
Does it say, Vitaly?
Listen, Neon. Let me read this real quick.
Wait.
What? Hold on, let me read. Yo, one at a time. One at a time.
Let me just show you, okay, so you guys know that, I'm not playing or anything like that.
Yo, can I read the whole evidence?
Come on.
He said, LOL, you can tell me. Fuck, okay, I want to be totally honest before everything. I lied on there. I'm 16, but shit.
Wait. No.
Don't make it weird, please.
Wait, I'm calling the cops right now.
You said,
I'm calling the cops.
You said, You said, look.
Wait.
Wow, let me get it.
Wait. No.
Don't touch me, motherfucker.
Wait, no, that's B. That's not me.
Look, why are you shaking?
I'm Akash, AXS 1286.
Why are
That's
you
not
shaking? Why are you shaking? Like, surely if any innocent person or even a fucking guilty person being in that fucking situation would be fucking nervous as all hell, right? Like, surely, like, like you've just been, like, say for instance, if it's an actual pedophile, yeah, you've just been caught by these people, right? You would be fucking scared shitless, wouldn't you? You would be, wouldn't you? Like, but it's even worse because this guy is innocent of the fucking things that they're accusing him of. So why wouldn't he be shaking at that point? Like, ask yourself that real question. Why wouldn't he be shaking? Be fucking strange. That would be so fucking strange if he was like really calm, collective, and all that stuff, like just going through it, right? That'd be really fucking strange, right?
No.
Hey, buddy, you pull.
Like, that would be so very fucking strange.
Hold up.
You can see the guy's clearly fighting for his life. His girl's flaunting, saying, we've got the evidence, look here, you're this absolute paedophile. He's saying, no, you've got the wrong account, let me show you my evidence and my proof. And again, everyone is surrounding this guy like he is complete evil, when in reality, which we're gonna see, they were wrong.
You just thought
we didn't have to on Snapchat, buddy.
Guess what?
No, wait.
We read the right evidence.
Guess what? Hello.
Guess what?
Can you guys come to my location?
Yeah.
Can you guys come to my location right now? I am at
He has a 2 Snapchats or what?
You must have 2 Snapchats, bro. No.
Yeah.
Oh, you swear now? No.
You have 2 Snapchats. We're not fucking
Please
stupid.
read the text. Please, someone, please. Someone, please read the text.
The police will come and read it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's one of those. You're one of those tech Indians, smart ones, huh? 2 Snapchats.
No.
Motherfucker.
What the fuck is this fucking guy on? Like, literally, like, is he on some sort of fucking LSD shit? He's a fucking drug addict at this point. Like, fuck me. Like, literally, like, the most unfucking professional predator poacher ever. Like, literally. Like, fuck me, I have a lot of respect for people who do fucking predator poaching, because you do put yourself, like, those people do put themselves in harm's way quite a bit. Quite a fucking bit, because, like, you have no idea what those fucking people are going to, like, bring to this meeting, right? They have no idea what else they had intended to do with this decoy and all that stuff, right? Like so they could they could be putting themselves in greater harm's way than they initially realized, right? So I have a lot of respect for, like, you know, actual predator poachers, and especially when they're, like, you know, actually being, like, professional about the whole thing, like they are part of the police force, right? Where they're just asking the questions. They're not sitting there fucking acting like they're at a fucking party or a fucking rave or some shit like that, right? Like this fucking freak is doing.
Motherfucker, I know you
blast your company to everybody that you're a pedophile that own a company. What's the name of his company?
Wait.
What's the name of his company so we can let everybody know that the pedophile
Joey,
this company.
So what do you think? What's your take on it? What do you think happened? He deleted the Snapchat? Like, what happened?
Yeah, no, he
so
either deleted the snaps or he fucking has a burner snap that he used. We're not stupid. We do this every day. You know how many weirdos like
if
we catch a day?
If she's talking to him on one snap, why would she go to another snap?
You have a second phone? No, that's the same snap she uses every day. He's only talked to you on one snap. He's trying to cover it up. But yeah, he was talking
so you think he hacked the system?
He's fucking up in...
So never does this guy ever just think, shit, did we get this wrong? Like, never does he think that. It's like, could never be that they fucked it up, right?
Self. You were talking to her on Snapchat, but yeah, we only have one snap that connects to you.
No, guys, listen.
Guys.
I did not talk to her on Snapchat. I sent her this. Look, okay, wait. What time is it? At 7:29. At 7:29.
Where is my toy?
Yes.
The same shit that you were saying on the way here.
That's dirty
It's
talk.
the same fucking person. It's dirty talk. No, it's fucking pedophile talk when you're talking to a 16-year-old. Don't look at me in my eye, bitch. I'll fucking fuck you up, bro.
I'm not trying to fight. Listen, I'm not a violent person. I'm not trying
We're not trying to fight you, too.
You're not a violent person with men, but you want to a little girl.
No, that's right.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, oh my.
You're gonna get real violent and fuck her throat in an alley, right?
No.
You walked her like a dog by her neck. How about I walk you like a dog down this fucking park?
No, I thought that.
Damn, dog.
How about I walk you by your neck like you just did to her, right?
Homie, damn.
Should I do it?
Damn.
Should I walk you like a dog to your car?
So now Vitaly's little goon is acting hard and saying he's going to mess this guy up. Why does he want to do this to a 16-year-old? None of them are actually...
Guaranteed that fucking guy, yeah, would be like the biggest fucking pussy in the world, yeah, if someone actually challenged him on getting into a fucking fight. Guarantee, that guy's just a fucking, like, he's like a small little fucking dog, yeah, barking it up, yeah, but he's a dog with all bark, no fucking bite. Simple as that can fucking...
looking at him, trying to show him the phone and be like, no, my messages don't say that. They think that he has a second Snapchat. And when you read what we're going to read after this clip, you're going to realize how absolutely humiliating and life-ruining this shit is for Akash. And like, to be subject to all of this shit, he said, I thought she was 18. These guys are saying, no, you're here to meet a kid.
Why did you just block her while you're on your phone? You just blocked her while you're on your phone. He just blocked her. He just blocked her.
Wait, I did not block her. Where did I block her? Wait, no, dude. Wait,
he has two burgers.
Wait, guys.
How the fuck am I blocked for not talking to you?
Wait, blocked 2 seconds ago now.
Your Bitmoji looks exactly the same, bro.
This is a circus,
looks exactly the same on that account, you dumbass. It looks exactly like
it's you, bro.
Wait, I'm on camera.
You know the fans know what's up,
I'm not even on my phone.
You know the fans know what's up, right?
You probably blocked it.
This is a zoo.
I'm screenshotting everything.
He watched you. You've been tapping shit and deleting shit, bro.
Some type of prank.
It's not some type of prank. We caught you trying to fuck a little girl. Is it a prank that you were trying to fuck a little girl? Is that a prank? Is it a prank that you were walking her like a dog through the park? Oh, look at you. We seen your dick.
Guys, let's all, yo, guys, everybody just cut it. Yo, hold on. Let's start from the beginning. Hey, what do you mean? So she got the... Guys, stop. What do you mean by wrong text messages?
Okay,
just explain.
Okay, look.
Yeah, let me hear your side of the story. Everybody gets to speak.
Okay, yeah.
So now Vitaly decides, oh yeah, you get to speak after my friends have absolutely dogged on you in front of thousands of people and called you a child artist and called you a nonce and everything and threatened to beat you up. Yeah, now let's hear your side of the story, which he was trying to explain literally the minute they rocked up.
But the Gabe, I asked you, bro. Please.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm gonna just show you everything one by one, okay?
But you are Indian, so you are smart, so you probably cheated the system.
No, but for Indian...
Bro, again in the middle of me saying...
Yeah, sure. Could be that we fucked up, right? It just could be that we fucked up. It's gotta be some sort of fucking 10,000 IQ fucking conspiracy theory right now. Like, yeah, like... Yeah, you're probably a really smart guy, so you probably got like millions of fucking Snapchat accounts out there just in case one of these things goes fucking wrong. And then you've got like a perfect alibi and all of this other stuff. It's just like, fucking hell, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. Always trying to fucking be like, yeah, it couldn't possibly be that we just fucked this up, right? Couldn't possibly
talking, bro. I asked you guys. Holy shit, I was just perfectly like, I was getting a perfect fucking farm clip, and then somebody had to... Okay, hello, how are you? Okay, let's go.
I mean, Vitaly's on some fucking drugs, clearly. I mean, this is the guy who wants to credit himself as a pedophile hunter. He wants to be that guy. This motherfucker right here.
Yeah, so, okay.
Actually, go tell him about that.
Like, bro, he's acting like he's at a fucking party. He is acting like he's at a fucking concert or some shit like that, right? Like, fucking hell, like, mate. Like, read the fucking room.
Hello, ma'am. Are you still here?
He's like one of these fucking jackasses I would meet on a fucking night out, yeah. Like, who thinks they're really fucking funny, but they're not really that funny at all. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we are on the way.
911 is thinking like, what the fuck is going on?
Does anyone have any what?
Oh, by the way. when you see Vitality here, yeah, or Vitaly, I don't know what his fucking name is, but like when you see him right now, yeah, the way he's acting right now, this is how he's always acted, just so you know. So throughout the years, throughout the 2010s and, you know, all the way up until 2026, to this very day, he has not undertaken any sort of fucking change at all in his entire life.
No, to my knowledge, no one has any weapons here.
Yeah, we're not sure if you say hi to Vitaly.
You were being skeptical about it.
For Indian, you're retarded.
Explain it to the cops.
Yes. Where's the cops?
Right here, the suspect.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Yeah, see, he's not that scared.
We got a crazy guy here.
He actually called the cops on himself because he was clearly, rightfully so, scared for his life. These guys are accusing him of the most heinous shit and parading him about social media and on live stream and just destroying his life. Vitaly came out with this now. It has come to my attention that on a recent episode of Catching Child Predators, my team and I mistakenly portrayed Akash Singhania as a child predator. This was a mistake that I deeply regret. He never intended to meet a minor and is cleared of all wrongdoings. I apologise to Mr. Singhania, his family, his friends, and anyone else affected by this mistake. To be clear, the work we do to expose predatory behaviour is of the utmost importance, but in doing so, we cannot lose sight of the truth. I have removed the video from all my accounts and I ask that anyone who has saved it please do the same. Though I never encourage anyone to attempt to contact any person in my videos, I ask that anyone who is attempting to contact Mr. Singhania ceases at once. This was a learning experience for my team and me, and we will ensure that we remain committed to the truth as we always have. Number one, yeah.
Yeah, a learning experience. A learning fucking experience. Bro, that's just what we call in the business as a PR fucking response. Literally. The guy probably didn't even write it himself. One of his fucking assistants probably did it for him. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Parade him out and parade Vitality, whatever his fucking name is. Parade him around as a fucking child predator and see how he feels afterwards, right? And let's see if he would say, oh, would that be an acceptable fucking response? At least go and apologize to the guy yourself, right? At least go out and apologize to the guy yourself. Because that is just a fucking joke. That is an absolute fucking joke. Okay? At least go out and apologize to the person you falsely branded as a fucking child predator. You're a disgusting piece of shit, Vitaly. You're a fucking piece of shit.
This work is of utmost importance. 100% catching nonces is. Not by you though, especially this instance proving for a fact where you deeply regret. This is a learning experience for my team where we absolutely destroyed someone's reputation who was innocent. What a learning experience though. Such a... You know, guys, everything can be turned around into a positive if you want it to be. It's a learning experience for Vitaly. He's grateful that it happened. Shut the fuck.
Yeah, this was just work experience for the team. That's all this was. It was just fucking work experience. Something you could put on your CV. Yeah, we fucked up a fucking predator poaching catch or sting operation. We fucked that royally up. I'm gonna put that on my fucking CV. Fuck me.
This is absolutely disgusting. And then Akash himself made a tweet. My world has turned upside down this weekend. As some of you may have seen, I was featured on a recent episode of Vitaly's live series, where I was wrongfully portrayed as someone attempting to engage in an inappropriate conduct. This accusation is completely false. Since then, Vitaly has publicly acknowledged through both written and video statements that this was a mistake. Additionally, the officers from Santa Ana Police Department who I called to the scene conducted their own assessment and confirmed that I am innocent of any wrongdoing. I am sincerely grateful to the officers Reynold, Gaustian, Lorenzo, Sanchez and Joanna for their professionalism and for taking the time to carefully evaluate the situation and establish the truth. While I appreciate that the mistake has been acknowledged, the impact of the false accusations has been significant. I've experienced harassment, judgment, and damage to my personal and professional relationships based on something that has now been proven false. I wholeheartedly support efforts to expose real wrongdoing and protect the vulnerable. At the same time, this experience has shown me how important due process and verification are, because mistakes, when made publicly, can have serious consequences on innocent lives. Thank you for those who have supported me during this time. I mean, everyone needs to go support this guy because his name has been dragged through the fucking mud in front of everyone. He's someone who's not a social media influencer, and his biggest digital footprint now is gonna be accusations of inappropriately trying to meet a minor. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And like he says, verification and due process, that is a thing. Someone like Vitaly, who we know for a fact, you can applaud when he catches one all you want, but you know in your heart and you know deep down the only reason this guy's doing it is for content and his own selfish motivational goals. I don't know how something like this can happen where you meet some guy, start threatening him with violence, start calling him child artist and all this disgusting shit, and you got it wrong.
We're not stupid. We do this every day. You know how many widows like we catch a day?
Because you're not the law and you're trying to take matters into your own hands and you're
I do like how his little buddy there, right, said, like, you know, we do this every day. We do this every day. It's like, wow, and you still got it fucking wrong? You do it every day, you still got it fucking wrong, you dumbass.
looking for content. I hope to God Akash sues the ever-living shit out of you. We have a leaked DM, apparently from Akash, saying, I have retained one of the best defamation lawyers in the country. Combine that with the complete and total cooperation from the police department regarding my innocence, I'm feeling pretty good about my position. I'm in despite the fuck situation. Let's see what happens. Yes, good. Sue the ever-living shit out of him. And he needs to face consequences. It is absolutely fucked.
Fuck it, sue every single one of his team. Sue them all. Because that shit was not fucking on.
And again, Vitaly has been banned from Kick because of this. Will it be permanent? Who knows? It definitely should be. Kick lets creators get away with some of the craziest shit. If defaming someone with the worst accusations possible in front of everyone, humiliating him in front of anyone, someone who's innocent, isn't worth a permanent ban, I don't know what is. That is clearly someone using their platform in an inappropriate and dangerous way. Absolutely disgusting, and I really hope Akash gets justice and compensated. Like the video if you agree, comment below your opinions. Thank you for watching. Until next time, fuck off.
Alright, that was that, guys. That was the Vitaly stuff, all wrapped up into one. A great video by Kavos. Yeah, very good video. I'll put a link in the chat if anyone wants to go and give that video a like and all that stuff. I will put that link in there right now. There you go, guys. Go ahead and send Kavos some love and all that stuff. That was a really great video, really good, going over the whole situation and all that stuff, and bringing up all of the stuff that what are you calling it? Going over all of the like aftermath of it as well. Really great stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the whole Vitaly whole situation. Like, fucking hell yeah, Vitaly is such a piece of shit. Like, he has not changed one fucking bit since the 2010s. And apparently this guy went to fucking prison, you know? Like, fuck me. I wonder what Gideon had to say.
I was getting a perfect fucking farm clip, and then somebody had to...
You see, he just wants to clip, chat. He doesn't even care about hearing his side of the story. They took him to the police station. He lets them look through his entire phone. And the cops finally came to the realization, oh crap, it wasn't him. Vitaly is back in the news. He is a self-proclaimed preg catcher. I say self-proclaimed because I really don't think he is one, with all the shenanigans and stuff and not getting the cops involved a lot of times. But Vitaly has gone viral because he caught this guy right here. His name is Akash, right? Vitaly set him up with his quote-unquote 16-year-old decoy, but this is the thing though. The decoy did not tell Akash the age. Akash thought he was coming to meet an 18-year-old, and instead, he meets a bunch of people filming him, calling him a P3DO, and getting all in his face and being racist, right? and literally ruining his life. He owns a business, and his business was getting flooded. Vendors were being messaged and told, yo, don't work with this dude, he's a P3DO. His family from India, during the stream, they freaking were getting messages about this situation, telling them that he was a pred. Vitaly called the cops on him. The cops believed Vitaly, brought him to the station. He was in the station for 6 hours and had to prove his innocence. But we're gonna go over all of that, man. I worked so hard last night, right when I found out about this, to get in touch with him. All praise to God. He followed me on social media. He's a fan of the channel, y'all. So I'm even more pissed at Vitaly that he messed with one of y'all, because this could have easily been one of you guys trying to meet up with a girl on social media that said that she is an adult, and then you get blasted as a predator and you get painted bad. I hopped on a phone call with him. He let me know that he couldn't sleep for over 72 hours. So we're gonna react to this. We're gonna go over everything. We are going to potentially be having an interview with him. I talked to Vitaly as well, and it is not good. It is not good. So the first thing first, we are gonna read the statement that Vitaly put out. It has come to my attention that on a recent episode of Catching Child Predators, my team and I mistakenly portrayed Akash as a child predator. Asked me before, yo, let's run a pred catch together. I just left him on red. The reason why he has it set to 16 is so he can get as many people as possible. And I know what you guys might be saying, like, oh, I mean, wouldn't you want to get as many people as possible? He wants to get as many people as possible for his stream, not to get them arrested for his stream. His decoys are not trained. They don't know what they're doing. There are literally random teams that he finds, pays them a couple bucks just to talk to dudes online, so that way he can catch a bunch of guys on his streams, bro. You can ask any of my decoys. If my decoys weren't doing this before I got them, I put all of my decoys through intensive training with professional decoys who have gotten convictions. You want to know why? To stop mistakes like this from happening. So we're gonna react to the video, and it's gonna show the dumbassery of Vitaly, because this is the thing.
Yeah, so there's like so much more that goes into predator catching than you might actually realize, sort of thing. Like, there's so much more shit that goes into predator catching. I mean, my first introduction to like predator catching was back in like the 2010s with someone called Stinson Hunter, right? Like, he had like a whole documentary made about him and all that stuff, which was really good. Like, it was literally called The Pedophile Hunter. And yeah, I've like had conversations with this guy before, but like literally like there is a lot of things that go into it. Back then though, like people like Stinson Hunter would just do the decoy stuff themselves, right? They would just literally like talk to the predators themselves, acting as if they were like the age that they put out there, right? So yeah.
Vitaly did not read the chat logs, chat. You know how I know he didn't read the chat logs? Because the decoy never told him that she was 16. All that was stated was that she was 18, because that's what she said on her profile. I have audio footage of Vitaly saying that he didn't read the chat logs, and I'm gonna play for you guys as well. And I say all this to say, this is gonna give so much fuel to haters of real predator catchers. And this is going to give so much fuel to DAs to not even take our cases anymore. Because where Vitaly did this was in LA County. LA County is...
Yeah, I agree with that. That really sets a bad precedent for people who actually go out and do predator catching and all that stuff, and do it honestly and all that shit, right? People who actually want to keep kids safe on the internet and doesn't do it for clout, right? They don't do it for clout. They actually do it for good reasons and all that stuff, right? So like this just creates like a whole mess for the predator poaching like groups and all that stuff, the people who actually want to keep kids safe online. Even Schlep right here like is saying like, so you just ruined an innocent guy's life for content? Like, yeah.
He's very good at prosecuting these cases. But do you think LA County will ever want to work with a pred catcher after the shit show Vitaly just did? So that's why I was saying earlier that Vitaly is doing more harm than good. But we're going to get all into that. Now, let me show you guys
what
this
do you
disgusting...
expect? What do you expect from a clout chasing fucking prick as Vitaly? Vitaly, the guy who fucking, like, used to do, like, prank videos. Like, this guy is just content coded. He only gives a shit about the content because it's the thing that gets him money. That's the only fucking thing he cares about. Like, it doesn't matter what he has to do if, like, you know, like, oh yeah, like, Predator caching's pretty popular. Maybe we should get into that. Yeah, fuck it. How hard will that be, right? Fuck it out.
Video. Let's get it.
You wanna rape a 16-year-old?
Also, on a preference, we're not going to watch the entire thing. I'm just going to watch for a little bit and then probably head off after that.
Wait, she never told me she was 16.
Oh, she did. Where's the Bluetooth speaker, honey?
Wait.
Where's the Bluetooth speaker, honey? Honey bun. Honey bun. Honey bun. Bluetooth speaker. Honey bun.
You got the messages right here.
Wait, where did she? I swear to God, she never told me she was 16.
Wait, really?
I swear.
Oh shit! My bad, bro. You're good.
No, I swear to God.
Sorry, bro. Wrong person.
Maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Wait, no, dude, listen.
The fact that he's trolling, yet it really is, they're like an F up on their side. Bro, this is disgusting, bro.
18, I swear to God, I don't move like that.
So you trolling too?
No, we got the messages.
No, she said maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Oh, you probably deleted it on his. No, wait, I swear to God. Wait, I swear to God.
Okay, she's gonna pull up right now.
Yeah, wait, please pull it up.
Why do you talk to girls about raping them? Are you crazy?
Yeah, you. Okay, wait, it's a CNC kink. It's a public kink. Like, I even said, wait, I have the text. I have the text right here. I told her, consensual, non-consensual. I told her up here, look. No, so I told her
what
that.
Does it say, Vitaly?
Listen, Neon. Let me read this real quick.
Bro's calling him Neon. Not only is he falsely defaming him, calling him a predator, not only is he ruining his life and embarrassing him and disrespecting him, but he's also being racist to him.
Wait.
What? Hold on, let me read. Yo, one at a time.
And bro, these decoys he gets, these are just regular people. They don't have no training. Literally, he just pays somebody $50. Hey, get me a bunch of predators today. So he can reap all the benefits and get all that kick money. So that way, after stream, what he does is he gets all the viewers to come in. Well, let me rephrase that. He bots all the viewers to watch the stream. Then, after the stream's over, when he's done catching, he just gambles. And that's how he makes his bag.
Let me just show you, okay, so you guys know that, I'm not playing or anything like that.
Yo, can I read the whole evidence?
Come on.
He said, LOL, you can tell me. Fuck, okay, I want to be totally honest before everything. I lied on there. I'm 16, but shit.
Wait, no.
Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird, please.
Wait, I'm calling the cops right now.
You said,
So, chat, let me explain to you guys what happened, because Akash gave me the whole, rundown. So this is what happened. They were talking on the app, right? She gave him her Snapchat so that way he can add her. He tried to add her, but he accidentally typed it in wrong, and he never actually added her, right? All of their conversation was on the dating website, where it said that she was 18. Now, she was talking to other dudes, and other dudes added her, and she told those other dudes that she was 16. She got confused and thought he was the dude that she was talking to on Snapchat. So that's why they're saying on the Snapchat that we have the messages. They don't have the messages. He never talked to her on Snapchat, chat. So literally, any chat log that she's about to read, that is not from him. The only chat logs from him are the ones from the dating app. But you know why I say that this is still all Vitaly's fault? Because if he would have just read the chat logs, chat, if he would have read the logs, he would have easily seen the mistake that happened. But he never read anything. And I know for a fact, he didn't read anything this entire, for this catch, he never read a single chat log. I have never went into a catch and not read any of the chat logs. Because how are you gonna know what to talk about? This is a Hall of Fame F up.
Look.
Wait.
Wow, let me get it.
Wait. Don't
touch me, motherfucker.
No, that's B. That's not me.
Look, why are you shaking?
I'm Akash, AXS1286. That's not my account.
Hey, buddy.
You see? He's saying that's not my account. It's not his account. She got confused. This Torta got confused. And bro, I don't know what happened in those Filipino jail cells or something, but his brain got fried and he can't even read a chat log.
You pulled up.
Wait, that's all your car?
You just thought we didn't have
Guess
to
what?
on
You pulled
Snapchat,
up.
buddy.
Guess what?
No, wait, no.
We read the right evidence.
Guess what?
Hello.
Guess what?
Can you guys come to my location?
Yeah.
Can you guys come to my location right now? I am at
He has a 2 Snapchats or what?
You must have 2 Snapchats, bro. No.
And now they're accusing him of having 2 Snapchats.
Yeah. Oh, you swear now?
No.
You have 2 Snapchats. We're not fucking
Please
stupid.
read the text. Please, someone, please. Someone.
Yeah, it's just literal code. Oh, you have to have that second Snapchat. You have to have it. We couldn't have got this fucking wrong. It's like, fuck me, dude. Like, so fucking disingenuous. Fucking so disingenuous. Ugh, fuck me. It is just so fucking disingenuous. Anyway, like, I think K-Huck is live now, guys. Or is she? Is she live? No, apparently she's not live. Hang on a second. Let me just pull up the thing. Okay, it's here.
This music's amazing. Okay, I think
Oh well, they were live, but they are not live anymore. Alright guys, yeah, that's it pretty much. I'm done for tonight, guys. I can't do any more of that shit. But yeah, it was like a pretty good stream, wasn't it, guys? Send us and have a good day. Sorry, she's not live anymore. But if you guys do want to go and check out the video, I will put a link in the chat. I will put the link in the chat. 2 seconds, if it would just do it, that'd be great.
This music's amazing.
I'll put a link in the chat for the there you go, guys. There you go. Go and have a look at that. Go and have a little watch of K-Huck and all that stuff. If you don't have a good day, I'll be upset. Thanks. But it will be a good night because it's now nearly 3:30 in the morning. But anyway, guys, thank you all very much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, I would appreciate you hit a like on the stream. If you guys, well, yeah, if you guys did enjoy, just hit a like on the stream. That'd be really appreciated. And yeah, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a stream or perhaps a video in the future. And I'll see you all on the next one. But be sure to leave this stream having a good one. Peace out, everybody. Bye.
The world is a vampire. sun.